So you guys have just finished off the church within Gadaway Village after stopping the evil priest from collecting the artifact, the the seemingly replica artifact of ties to Orcus, as Edgar had figured out. And then Edgar kind of is just present with your group, but not seemingly acting on anything temporarily. So you guys have been you'd probably be within the church and you're recovering and cleaning up the place, and you hear a voice. Hello there. You have two things currently left within the miniverse that needs to be looked into. Fairly strange occurrences. One of them is within Enstricka, and deals with this wizard individual. Seemingly the residents say that he has lived there for years, but some sort of drunkard that lives in the alley next to one of the bars says that he just moved in a couple of days ago. This could be fairly strange and something worth looking into. The other thing is there has been spotted a sort of creature with eyes on tendrils attached to a central eye that floats near the capital. I'll let you all take your pick and do what you need to do, and you are free to return at any time, as you can see from your amulets. Safe adventures. Captain Buzzkirk out.
Okay, then.
And then he cuts back on. Commander Buzzkirk. I'm sorry, for a second I was using the loo, and you can just hear... He zips it up. Commander Buzzkirk out. So, it is up to you. You all have the availability to return to Spelljammer Hall if you so wish to recover. You can push on to another adventure. It is on to you. Your decisions.
What town are we in right now?
You are currently in Gadaway Village, which is on the far northeast side of the kingdom. And as your allies would have informed you last time, they believe that the island is indeed moving. They don't know what is causing the moving yet, but they believe that it is moving.
Enstricka. Can you pull up the map so I can see where...
Yes, I can. There you are.
Okay. Oh. Oh, Stricka's pretty close.
Yeah, it's within about a half a day's travel. It would take roughly a day and a half to get to the capital.
Okay. And we haven't traveled to Enstricka yet.
Correct. Those are the only two places you haven't visited, is the capital and Enstricka. And you do know that you can cut through the forest, although it is more dangerous typically to go through the forest.
I'd say since it's close, we can just head over to Enstricka.
Okay.
And then head to the capital. That's my vote.
Barnby Cordell, anything else to stand on that one, or?
Sounds good to me.
Lead the way.
Okay. So if that's what you all would like to do, grape shot.
Did trying to catch what Commander Buzzkirk said. Did he say something about a drunkard individual in an alleyway in Spelljammer Hall or in Enstricka?
In Enstricka. It would have been next to one of the bars.
Easy target.
Indeed it be.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Unless anybody needs to do anything in Spelljammer Hall, I think we're good.
No, I don't think I've got anything.
Barnaby, all clear?
All good.
Alrighty. So I want whoever would be helming this adventure up the road, the quick trek up the road here. unless you would like to cut through the grass. Go in the tall
I got
grass, you might find a Pokemon.
Survival check?
Yes, please. Pretty good. Your trek up the road is fairly short and uneventful, although about halfway through your travel, you've come across an individual that you would have seen before. Someone that you have met, your group has necessarily met down in Cork. You would see Travis, the traveling merchant. He's kind of walking in his stride, and he has a horse with a carriage pulling behind him. His cart seems to be empty, so he seemingly has had a good haul of whatever he has sold. And he sort of straddles up by you guys. He's like, "Hi guys, how's it going?"
Let's go. Any good loot?
You all heading up to Enstricka, I'm assuming? Yeah, I just dumped all of my wares there. A lot of food and staples for the week.
Oh. Where are you headed?
The capital of Dugrin. Yes, I have to actually collect something within town to drop off to King Bartrand. It's kind of a weird scenario that I've been put in.
Oh, well, I think we're gonna stop here and then head over to the capital shortly after, so we'll see you.
If I see you there, I would love to maybe buy yourself a drink. I'll buy you guys around on me, you know? I've had pretty good sales recently, so...
Hey, we'll look forward to that.
Hey. Well, cheers, mate. I'll see you on the road.
I'll give him a salute and continue forward.
He'll go, "Yeah!" And he kicks the horse on the side a little bit and starts carrying on down the roads. As you guys continue your way towards Enstricka. I have a little block here. As you pull up on the east side road of the town, Enstricka is a lush and beautiful town that is on the far north coast. It is noticeably colder up here, and also lower on the island coast than any other place. So as you kind of like were coming up here, instead of it being on the higher cliffside and plateaus, this one kind of like dips down closer to the water. Almost like you have a flat beach here to some degree. Approximately 200 people live here in varying sizes of houses and shelters. A communion lies on the far west side of the town that houses approximately 20 people and is surrounded by a wooden fenced-off compound building. A large wizard tower stands on the far north side of the town that is roughly 60 feet tall. And here is the picture for you guys. So they have like this wooden fenced-off compound building, and that is kind of like a homeless shelter of sorts, where a lot of people just kind of group together and live. And then you would not see it in this picture, but there is a more elegant white sort of walled wizard tower on the north side of the town.
Okay. I guess we will look, I guess as we're entering town, to see if there are any notable stores or bars.
Stores. So you sort of come looking around, and you would probably note, I think the first thing you would see is actually the bar, because the bar is a more prominent, larger building towards the center of the town. It is actually called the Bar and Barrel. I'll type that out for you. Bar and Barrel. And you'd probably look around and you wouldn't see too many like instances of like a shop that would be nearby. You might be able to surmise that they probably sell the goods individually to people, and it's probably housed at a larger location, maybe the bar or the communion.
Okay. I guess we can kind of circle around the bar and the barrel, since this biggest building here, and see if there's any alleyways.
Okay.
And look for any certain passed out drunkard individuals.
Easily enough. You kind of like
Okay.
look around the outskirts of this building. It's a little bit larger. That sits in the middle of the town, and you can kind of go around one of the left sides of the building, and it is sandwiched in between another smaller building to the side of it. And you would see this individual that is decked out in this royal kind of half plate armor. That is currently, his head is leaning against one of the barrels, and he has a cup sitting next to him. Let me show you a picture of him. It looks to be a little bit tattered of armor that he's wearing, and his faceplate is down, but you'll see him lift it up and you'll see him chug it, and then he'll just like collapse his head back down on the barrel in front of him.
That's passing the time. Is he sitting with anybody, or is he just by himself?
Currently by himself in between this alley. He looks like he has one wooden pedestal he's kind of sitting on and leaning over a barrel, and there is a wooden pedestal on the other side of the barrel. As you get a little bit closer, you can see on the other side.
Okay. I guess we'll kind of just casually approach, see if he takes notice.
Okay. As you get a little bit closer, you just smell the reek of alcohol. Like this guy hasn't bathed in days, if not maybe a week. He's super stinky. He smells of just pure booze and sweat. And you can see the rust starting to form on his armor. And he, as soon as you start making your way, he snaps awake and you see the helmet fly up to the top of his head so you can see his eyes. And he's like, "Who goes there?" He turns and looks towards you. And I think he'd probably look over you. He's like severely drunk. "Who goes there?"
I'm like, oh, friend, easy, at ease.
"Who's talking? Is that the ghosts?" He like looks up. He looks left and right. And then he looks down and he's like, "Oh! It's a monkey!"
I'll kind of approach and just kind of sit down across from him.
You can see him through his faceplate. He kind of blinks really quick. He picks up his cup in front of him. He swirls it a little bit. He kicks the faceplate down a little bit more, drinks some, and then he looks at you and he blinks harder. He's like, "Am I that fucked up? There's a monkey talking to me?"
I'll light up a cigar, and
There's a smoking monkey in front of me. I gotta get more. He stands up for a second. He kind of stumbles and falls onto the ground.
whoa, hey, no, sit down.
Yeah. Well, monkey, are you here to save me? Is this the afterlife?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm Grape Shot. These are my friends.
Oh, he turns and looks at the rest. "That's a hippo. And that's a pointy-eared human. This is the afterlife."
No, we're just not from around here.
Huh. He sits down. He's like, "You have to tell me everything."
Oh, I think we might have time for that.
He's just staring at you.
First friend, I wanted to ask about a wizard in town.
The wizard. You talking about Manstro? Yeah. He must have moved in a couple days ago, maybe a week at this point.
That's true. And is this wizard causing issues?
No,
What's his deal?
everybody just says he's lived here for years, and they don't listen to me. I tell
Sure it's
them,
not the alcohol?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain it's not. I mean, I used to be part of the Royal Guard, ain't it? I swear on King Bartrand, the... Oh god, what generation is it? He starts counting on his fingers, and then he runs out of fingers. He's like, I swear on the king that he moved in soon.
Where does this wizard live?
There's a house up there to the north. Yeah, I think he lives in there. You can't miss it.
Alright. And, I'm sorry, I don't think we caught your name. I know you mentioned serving the king.
Jensen. I'm used to be a royal guard. My name was Jensen. Recently retired after an incident.
What do you know anything about this wizard besides just moving in not too recently? Is he an asshole? Is he nice?
I haven't talked to him, at least from what I remember, but he has a grey beard. I think that's all I remember. I think he has a hat. Don't quote me on that. He might not have a hat.
Typical wizard.
Typical
So
wizard.
he has a hat or he doesn't have a hat?
I think he has a hat.
But you don't think he has a hat?
I'm not 100% if he has a hat.
So he could or could not have a hat. That narrows it down to.
Also think
Everyone.
he uses magic.
Okay, so still everyone.
Well,
Do you use magic? He kind of like turns and looks at you, and you see the faceplate kind of like clink down for a second. He picks it back up. I can't use magic. Actually, you can't use magic in the capital unless the king says it's okay. Remember that. It was a good rule. Some buildings got burnt down. He said you can't use magic. He's kind
Why
of
would they do that?
I think it was an accident, and they were just like, no more magic. No more accidents. And he kind of like just stares into his cup blankly through his faceplate.
Did you cause the incident?
I didn't cause the incident. I can't do magic. Only use a sword. And he looks around. Where's my fucking sword? He's like looking around. He's like, what was I looking for?
His sword.
My sword.
sword.
I'm looking for another ale.
I'm going to put down 2 silver pieces. And just... I can't think of anything else to ask him.
Ale.
I'm gonna put down the 2 silver pieces and slide it across the table to him. Like, that's for the information.
He sits up and he like grabs it off the table. And he's like, "You get hell with me?"
No, we have business.
Okay. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Oh,
You might want to bathe.
babe. Where's the shower around here?
I'm sure you can figure that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a bath. I'll see you guys later.
He's
I'll-
fucked.
Yeah. Get up and start walking away, I guess.
He kind of like stands up at the same time as you do to kind of look like he's gonna walk off to go try to find a bath. And as soon as you guys like turn the corner out of the alley, you just hear gunk, and you just see him like laying on the floor. He's like, "Yeah, I'll do that," and then he just doesn't do that.
We're just planting seeds. That's all.
So, where would you guys like to go?
I don't know if we'll get information if we talk to... I guess we could spend some time talking to the tavern keep.
It's up to you.
Maybe they might have information on this wizard. Let's see if we get completely opposite information. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okie doke. Sounds good.
So you guys
What time
go.
of day is it?
Time of day? It would only took you guys like 4 hours to get here. We'll say you guys took a rest after cleaning the church up, so it'd be the next day. We'll say it's probably around noon at this point. I'll give you guys the benefits of a long rest,
Okay.
which I didn't update you guys actually here yet. Drop you guys in the combat tracker. There we are. So you guys go inside of the bar and barrel, and you see a very sort of humble made tavern that's 2 stories tall. Every instance on the inside of the tavern, all of the seats are barrels, and all of the tables are larger barrels. The sort of bar is a collection of barrels that has been kind of laid over with a sheet of wood to make it angular and easy enough to set your drinks and stuff upon. There is a human man with shorter brown hair, and he sort of turns and looks at you all. "Hey, welcome into the bar and barrel. What can I get for you this evening? Or this afternoon, actually." It's weird.
Well, we're passing through.
I'll have an ale.
Ale?
I'll have an ale as well.
Ale? What about you there,
Yep.
my colorful friend? He looks at you, Barnaby. 3 ales. Tell you what, that'll be 2 silver pieces, please, for those 3 ales.
All right. I'll pay for it.
Perfect.
I'll cover it for the group.
Thanks, Cordo.
You all look like a very
Mhm.
interesting group. I've never seen you all around before. You're also not the typical clientele of the city, so what brings you in?
Ale.
Fair enough. That brings everyone around. Booze and a good time.
Yeah.
He pours the 3 ales real quick, just like... He has multiple taps of barrels behind him. And each barrel is the same thing, but he just has like 6 taps behind him. He fills up 6 cups at once, and he hands you 3 of them. So he's like,
Cool.
"Yeah."
I'll give him 1 silver piece so 3 silver pieces total.
He's like, "Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you." You all are definitely not from around here. Where are you guys from, if you don't mind me asking?
No, we're from all over.
All over. It must be those folk down there in Cork. I haven't been down that way. There's so much stuff down there I don't know.
Oh, we just came from Cork, actually.
I see. I knew it. I always know. It's the stories of the road that tell me.
Yes. The eyes of a tavern keeper.
The eyes and ears of a tavern keeper. Don't forget those. Those are important.
You might
Is
want to get some.
Was that
is there anything of note here in town? Is there anything to do since we're just kind of passing through? Is there anybody of note or anything of note here?
Anybody or anything? I would definitely recommend checking out the beach. It's the only one in the kingdom. And you can see some amazing sights out there. It's crazy. Just be careful if you go into the water, because the tides are strong and they tend to pull you away from the island.
Noted.
There's also our resident wizard that has lived here for years. He's the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. He's helped me out with some things to clean up the place every now and then when I need, and it's great to have him around. It helps this tiny little town out.
Oh, nice. Sounds like we might have to introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
Sure. How long has he been in town?
Many years, as far as I can remember. He might have even grown up here.
Wow. It's been here that long.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize y'all had a wizard in town here. Just shows you how out of touch I am.
You haven't seen that he lives in a giant wizard tower up there to the north side of the island, closer to the beach. Spectacle to behold.
Wow. Has that tower always been there?
Ever since I was a child, that's for sure.
So
Does this wizard have any parents? Is he part of a family?
Oh goodness, he's so old I can't recall if he had any family or not here within town. That's a great question. I'll have to ask him one time.
what's his name?
His name is Manstro.
Manstro.
Manstro, yes.
Can I tell you something that's gonna blow your mind?
I would absolutely love it if you did that.
Your island is moving.
He kind of like stops and thinks for a second. I thought we were always told that it's just the current.
No. Pass the word. They're lying to you.
He kind of like sits for a second, and you'll see him reach behind and pour another ale out of one of the barrels. And he kind of like thinks for a second. You know what? That does make sense. How is it moving though? That's crazy. Man, life is full of such strange things, isn't it?
Indeed. I'll take a shot of my ale.
Yeah, that's crazy. During that time, you hear the door ding, 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 and you see Jensen stumble in. Ale! Ale! He's like, right away. He pours another ale, slides it across the table. And Jensen just grabs it and starts to walk back out.
What's with that guy?
Oh, he's lived here for a couple of years now. He had an incident a while back, and he was sort of, for a better lack of terms, sort of out of D&D scape. He was purple-hearted from the Royal Guard. He suffered an injury of sort and was forced to retire. So he back in game, yeah. So he suffered a injury, and the king told him to retire after that sort of incident. Yeah, he doesn't remember what
fire?
happens as far as I know. Is it a fire? I'm not sure. I can tell you I've never seen him without his armor on.
PTSD, maybe?
Or maybe pride.
Fire scars.
It's possible.
Scars.
He caused the fire.
Anything is possible in these days and age. You don't know who you truly know until you know them, you know?
Or he's the wizard.
That would be a twist.
I'll pay for Jensen's bar tab.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that. How much do you give, by the way, for his tab? Because you pay two silver pieces for 3 ale.
All right. 2 silver.
So you're gonna. So how much are you dropping off? Just as a reference, it was 3 silver pieces or 2 silver pieces for 3 ales.
I'll do 5 gold pieces.
Jensen has a lifetime supply of alcohol now.
Yeah, because he's gonna die tomorrow.
So you drop off 5 gold pieces, and it's kind of like a running tab for him. He's like, I'm sure he will greatly appreciate that. Also, I'm gonna try my best to limit him so he doesn't spend it all at once, because that's a lot of alcohol. That's 15. That's 45. You said 5 gold pieces.
Yep.
That is 75 ales. So he's like, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't drink all of that at once, if you don't mind. But it'll definitely
I
cover.
don't mind. I just think that I just think it's the right thing to do now that I kind of know what his situation is.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates that, and I definitely appreciate you helping out the locals here.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that I can help you all with? Is there anything, information or sort of you're wondering about town?
Where's the king?
Oh, King Bartrand. He lives within the capital of Dugrin. He's the king of the kingdom, although a lot of the times it seems to be tied to just Dugrin. A lot of the kingdom, they get help here and there, but the capital is definitely the most spurring place of all of the kingdom.
All right, so out of character real quick. So the drunkard, he introduced himself as Jensen.
Correct.
And if I'm not mistaken, the bartender is referring to him as Jenkins. And you got it written in there.
No. Jensen.
Jensen, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Jinkies.
And then
Jinkies. Sorry.
and then the wizard, you've got Manstro written in the chat. And I could have swore you used a different name for him when we were getting the background information from Commander Buzzkill.
He didn't say his name because he didn't know it. He said just a wizard that lived here. Manstro is the wizard's name through and through. And Jenkins, even through my slur, Jenkins is the name referred to. There's no trickery there, I promise.
Okay.
Or Jensen, excuse me. I typed it in. That's what it is. It's Jensen, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't mean to deceive or trick there. It's just my impracticability to type in things.
I was just sitting here thinking that you went to a lot of trouble to keep the confusion going if, part of the town thinks the wizard's lived there his whole life and the other part thinks he's only moved in a couple of weeks ago.
And then apparently the drunkard's name is 3 different names. So
yes.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
I was just sitting here I was doing the mental gymnastics on that. That's why I had to.
I
had to take
apologize. No, his name is Jensen. I apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good catch. You really paid attention.
Don't tell Lewis. He'll expect me to start taking notes.
That was a good one, though. Nice catch on that, because I didn't see that at all.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you for clarifying.
Gotcha. So, you guys have found a little bit of information out about Jensen and Manstro, and you're standing here talking to the barkeep, who he has not given his name yet, which he'll be like, "Hey, if you guys need anything, my name is Marius."
Thank you, Marius.
Not a problem. I've lived here my whole life, so if you need history of the town or anything that goes on, I'll be here to answer your questions. And he looks to be in his 30s to 40s, probably a younger to middle-aged man. So, his information may or may not be limited on history of how long the town's been here. So. What would you all like to do at this point? Probably pushing around 12:30 to 1 o'clock.
Are there any rooms here?
Oh yeah, if you need a room upstairs, we have some places to stay. A lot of people come here for tourism during the time of year and just try to enjoy a little bit of time on the beach. So, if you need a room, we're more than happy to oblige. If not, there is a communion, which is free to stay in, but it tends to have all the people that don't have the funds to pay for a room. So you might run into some unsavory individuals there.
Well, this guy's not broke. Pay him up, Grapeseed.
What was that, Corey?
I said, well, this guy's not broke. Pay him up, Grapeseed.
All right.
Grape shot, sorry.
Grapeseed. Grape shot.
Grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed. You just made a third character in your party. A fourth character apart for yourself. So, are you guys going to settle in for a room, or what would you guys like to do?
Oh, let's reserve a room for tonight, or several rooms.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, he'll flip through the bookings real quick as he pours another beer. And it's like he has it down to a science. He looks at the book for like 5 seconds, and then he just looks behind him and closes the handle without even looking. He's just like, I think we have approximately 6 rooms for the evening, depending on how many you need. Each room can support about 2 people. Unless you don't mind sleeping on the floor with your companions here. So we'll just say for the sake of it that there is 4 of you there. Lewis just is not here yet. How much? 2 silver pieces. For 2 rooms.
4 silver pieces for 2 rooms?
2 silver pieces for 2 rooms.
Let's see. I was just trying to think of how many people are here.
4.
Let's see. There's 4 of us, including Lewis's character.
Yep.
All right. I'll pick up the tab. So
There you
2
go.
silver pieces. That'd be 26.
There you are. He'll say, he'll hand you 2 looks to be keys. They're kind of like larger. He'll say, you can take the first 2 up the stairs. The one on the left and the one on the right. And if you do
Thanks,
need a
Marius.
bath, there is one behind the building. It's sort of like an outhouse of sorts. You can take a dip in there.
Noted. Thanks, Marius.
Not a problem.
But I think we'll go ahead and finish our ale and maybe head out and visit this this wizard Manstro.
Okay.
Maybe see the beach.
Well, what would you like to do first then, as a collective?
I don't know. I feel like, well, out of character, I feel like something will pop off if we visit the wizard, so let's say the beach. Or, no, we'll be too beat up after the wizard.
So Barnaby, Cordell, what would you all like to do? You guys can
Kind
take
of
a
like the
vote.
idea of going to the beach.
Beach first.
I think
Sure.
Jamie's onto something.
And Lewis just joined in, so we'll have him shortly. So, if you guys would like, you can actually take roadies of your drinks and walk out towards the beach and just have a couple six oaken barrels instead of a 6-pack, oaken barrels on the beach. As you all sort of walk towards the north side, it gets a little bit steeper and steeper, almost like you're getting lower to the water, which is uncanny compared to any other part of the miniverse here. This kingdom has been seemingly on a cliffside everywhere you went. And as you get to the very top of this kingdom, it starts to get lower and dips, and the dirt that you're walking on turns into sand, which the sand seemingly looks like it slides into the water. It's very calm out here, except for the fact that you can see the current far off on your right and your left horizon. It looks like it's moving, but it is calm behind you. Almost like you're in the middle of the wake. So if you all would like to roll a perception check for me, please. And Garrett can also do one as soon as he joins in. Oh, he's here. A really good roll. So that was the 4 of you. So Garrett is the only one that notices. Very difficult to see. It's very difficult. It's a little challenging to see. But on the far north side, through the water, you can see what looks to be a very, very, very large tail underneath the water. That is seemingly attached to the island.
As all of a sudden I'm making my entrance like from under sand with my goggles, and then I take them off, and I'm like, oh wait, that's a tail over there. And I point in the direction. I see it.
So straight north, attached to the island, there is a tail. So seemingly you are on what looks to be a larger creature that is attached to the island.
And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
Let's see if I have the actual image uploaded here, and if not, I'll have it for next time. I don't think I do. I'll have to get it to you next time. It's okay. Narratively, it'll make more sense. So, you definitely see a large tail in the water, and as you pointed out, everyone else sees the tail sort of lift up to the surface. And it looks to be a larger triangle sort of shape. And this tail is so large, like, you're probably picturing it's 20, 30 feet wide. This tail is hundreds of feet in thickness. Because it literally takes up, I want to say maybe a quarter of the whole back of the island.
So basically, this entire island and civilization has been built on the back of a giant sea monster or astral sea monster. Critter.
Seemingly.
Maybe.
Seemingly. And it's just sailing through the ocean.
I guess they're kind of fucked.
So, That is the information you currently have.
The fact that they think this is a beach is kind of laughable now.
And as you kind of look at it, is like the backside of a monster that just gets lower towards the tail. Like it kind of dips in towards it.
I kind of want to head back to Cork and see the front.
I'm like, so I'm like sitting out, like, and I'm like, wait, as I'm on the stand, it's like, wait a minute, so that's the tail, right? So I'm like, oh no, the sand is poop. I get on the stand.
The name of the episode, The Sand is Poop.
Sand is poop.
Any of you can try to identify the creature if you would like, based off of the texture of the tail and what you can grasp from the edge if you would like.
Nature?
Yeah, what roll?
Or
Who would like to try to identify it?
I would like to try.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
ooh, nice.
17. It's fairly easy because this is a more natural creature from something you would know. This looks to be a gigantic turtle.
It's a turtle.
It's a snapping turtle.
Oh snap! It's a turtle.
And as you
that.
sort of roll this too, I want someone to roll a d20 for me. I almost forgot about this. Is my favorite part of the session, and I forgot about it.
Do we want to let Lewis do it since he was late?
That's what I do. Yeah, Lewis, do it.
Lewis, do it.
Angelina.
Do it.
Angelina might forgive you
A 12.
if you roll well.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no. This is terrible. As you sort of are standing on the beach, you look up to the sky, and the moon turns red. All NPCs experience uncontrollable hostility, malice, and bloodthirst, and will attack indiscriminately, leading to most NPCs hiding during the moon. I want all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What? Surely you jest. Oh!
Say Zach right now. Say Zach right now. Listen, let's step away. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need grape shot. Okay, so you guys succeeded as a group, so you do not succumb to the effects of the moon. This is called the bloodthirsty moon. So anyone that you would that is seemingly under the effect of the moon is now hostile. Which I need to roll a couple of dice because there are prominent NPCs. Okay. There are prominent NPCs that might be under the effect and might not. So.
Should we just wait out the moon here?
I do have a picture for this too, so I hope you all enjoy this. There you go. Bloodthirsty moon.
Yeah, I think we go rent a room and just kind of take an extended long rest.
You can if
You know,
you'd like.
the kind of long rest
That
that
is an
gives us extra temporary hit points.
That is an
Is that-
option, is to wait out the moon.
But does this
Starting to
apply to
grow
the
fur.
NPC?
You don't know if the NPCs in the bar are hostile.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might be best to just avoid people for now.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I had this strange urge to chase my tail.
Arr!
Guess we're gonna go camping.
That's up to you guys.
I mean, You don't want to fight each other on the beach here and have a nice beach fight?
Oh, throw some sand in your eye.
No, it's poop.
that
Sorry, I'll throw some
reminds
poop
me.
in your eye. You got pink eye.
That reminds me. I'm gonna see if I can like use some cloth that I got
Okay.
and make some sandbags.
Sandbags. I like it. How much cloth do you have by chance?
The
Hmm.
wouldn't say cloth. Let's see, let me just
You
double
do
check
have a
the.
pair of commoner's clothes that you are not wearing that you could use as cloth.
Yeah, exactly. I can just take a piece,
Which you'd probably
a
get
piece
like
for that.
3 bags if you wanted to use the whole outfit, and probably one if you just want to use a larger chunk of it.
Let's go. Yeah, let's make 3 bags. Why not? Let's make 3 bags.
Okay, I like it. So you guys are going to try to camp out during the bloodthirsty moon. Is that correct? As Garrett is gathering some sand. So you're not resorting to your rooms. You're just gonna brace it in the wilds. So now that you guys have the Florus Moon, is there anything y'all would like to achieve? That is a good idea, by the way. If you do have an unfavorable moon, you can try to wait it out. And for you all's knowledge, you didn't know this, and there was no way for you to know it. Actually, all 3 of the NPCs that were fairly important, they succeeded on the save. I rolled an 18, a 20, and an 8 for the lowest one. But the 8 had a decent modifier. So, what would you guys like to do?
So real quick recap. We have seen the beach. We have determined that this entire universe island has been built on the back of a giant astral sea turtle.
On a turtle, correct.
We're trying to find a wizard who may or may not have a hat.
Which you can see the giant wizard tower directly to your south, maybe like a couple blocks away from the beach.
All right. And we have the random effects of these crazy ass moons that stir everything up, potentially for good or potentially for bad.
Depending on the moon.
Depending on the moon. Y'all ready to go pay a visit to this wizard? Because I think we're just spinning our tires at this point.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So you make your way over towards the wizard tower, easy enough to see it, standing 60 feet tall, which is taller than pretty much every building here in this town. It's only a couple minutes away from the beach where you're at. And you'd see the front door is currently closed to the wizard tower. And it is standing silent. You feel a faint warmth coming from the inside, almost like a fire is running. But you don't see any smoke coming out of the tower.
I guess we'll just knock on the door.
Okay. 1 second, I'll be right with you. And after a moment or so, the door swings open. Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello. I don't recognize you. Are you from around here? And you would see this older man wearing a wizard hat and some longer, colorful, purplish robes. I don't believe I've seen you before.
Well, you look like the wizard Manstro. Am I correct?
Oh, indeed. Have you heard it from my friends around town?
Oh, yeah. Everybody speaks very highly of you. And I apologize for interrupting your day, but we're with the Mattress Police Society, and we need to check all your mattresses to make sure you haven't taken the tags off of them. And pillows, too.
Give me a deception check. Or a persuasion check if you're just trying to be funny to him.
It'll be persuasion, because I'm just trying to be humorous.
Okay.
Trying to buy some time, because I think I jumped the shark with Vinny not back yet. Because I think Vinny had a line on this.
He sort of looks at you and he chuckles a little bit. He's like, oh, come on in. I have a mattress. You can check it out if you certainly want, but I'm sure there's something else you're here for. You know, I didn't get this old by ripping tags off of mattresses.
Very good. Well, that'll make for a much more pleasant visit. I'm glad that you still have all the tags on your mattresses and pillows.
Which I can open up the map for you. And you guys would be here at the front door. He'd be like, oh, come in, come in. Do you all like tea or something like that?
Mm.
Ale.
Tea.
Ale.
Yeah, I like sweet tea.
Sweet tea, ale. Anyone else? Just be careful, don't
Here's
go
the-
near the blue rune. You might disappear. I don't know what it does yet.
Your sweet tea's gonna be so not sweet.
So
We're in the
nice.
north.
Yeah, that is also true. And it's a fairly cold, like, and when I say cold, it's probably pushing about 60 degrees here, which is cold for them.
Wow. If he
Cold
was in
for
Florida,
them.
he'd have to be wear thermal underwear. 60 degrees.
60 degrees. Also, I don't know if you can see his HP if he is marked as no faction.
Healthy.
His healthy, okay, good.
But I am fairly interested in this blue room now.
So he's like, oh, let me get you some sweet tea and some ale, and he wisps his hand, and it starts to pour the drinks out for you. Oh, be careful, don't go near the blue rune. It might send you to a different dimension. Who knows?
I think
Thanks
you
for
know.
I don't know, I'm studying it.
You know Jensen?
Jensen? I can't say that I do. Oh, wait.
You can't?
Is he that dirty drunkard that lives near the bar?
Well, I'll just look over at Barnaby and I'll do that hand motion that was like, go for it.
Take the lead. Take
Take the lead.
pass the torch
Well,
on.
I got something to say, but here you go.
Well, catch the mic.
Yeah. Okay. He says he knows you very well.
What does he know about me particularly?
That you like to use magic.
Oh, I love magic. I'm a practitioner of magic.
Fair. Does he know magic? Do you know him? How well do you know him?
Well, I know he used to work for the king. I had actually seen him before in Dugrin. And then I saw them here. He lives within the town. I actually took a trip to Dugrin once before. And I don't know if you're familiar with the law there, but you are not allowed to use magic within the capital unless it is approved by the king. And I was one of the individuals that was not approved. So I moved over here. That was some time ago.
Is there someone alive that is approved right now?
Oh, not that I know of.
Hey, grape shot. He said go in this blue room. It'll make you taller.
Ooh.
6'6", here I come.
Yeah, probably get rid of that lung cancer you have too, but whatever.
Yeah, I keep smoking these cigars for my lung cancer. You know, it's supposed to help.
It's supposed to help me not care about it.
Actually, you won't have to.
Oh my god.
While they are talking, I am gonna kind of look it over to see what kind of blue rune this is.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Save.
Saving.
Jeez.
Ooh, just to look at it.
Yep.
Oh, I'm good at this.
Perfect. You don't see a blue rune. It is just floor. Because you see through the illusion.
Just floor.
Yeah, it's floor. It looks like he is practicing a sort of illusion magic.
No, in that case, I'm gonna announce that. It's like, what blue rune? All I see is a floor. And I'm gonna look back.
He's like, damn it, don't ruin the secret!
I'm gonna walk through it.
He's like, he starts like moving his hands like, oh, failed experiment.
That's a neat little trick.
He's like, I'm gonna have to get back to the books then. My experiment failed this time.
So you've been lying to us.
What do you mean?
You said you didn't know what it did.
I didn't know what it did. I thought I had an idea. I thought it was gonna send you to a faraway place, and it didn't work.
You said you had no idea what it was.
I had an idea of what it should have tried to do, and unfortunately, it failed.
Right. Okay.
This is where I would like to remind you, this is a very low magic world that they're in. So they're trying to figure out magic to some degree.
He's not a level 20 wizard? What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, no, he's not.
Is his name Sage?
No, my name is not Sage.
He spins around.
that.
You got it.
A media swarm.
The wizard Najira?
Najira? No,
Yeah.
this is not him.
Just that name came to mind for some reason.
He's like, so, you have your drinks, and you have your teas, and you've investigated my blue rune that failed as an experiment. Is there anything else that I can help you with this afternoon?
Answers.
Answers to what questions?
All the questions I asked.
Questions.
Truthfully.
Answers. What? Let's start from base 0. What is your first question, young man? Young hippo man?
Have you pulled off the tags off your mattress?
Oh,
That's illegal.
don't believe I did. I don't think they came with tags.
Okay. How do you feel about the Cordell? Still think he's lying.
Well, I was satisfied when he told me that he hadn't taken any tags off his mattresses or pillows, but you are the lead investigator, Barnaby, so if you need to check it out for yourself, go for it. But I am curious about the hat, because it seems like half the people we talk to think you don't wear a hat, and the other half of the people we talk to think you do wear a hat. So what's the deal with this hat?
How many people have you talked to about my hat?
2.
Who?
Was one of them Jensen?
Yeah, he was the drunk.
Sounds
He
about
said
right.
you didn't wear a hat.
I think 1%
And then he
of
said
them
you
would
did-
say I didn't wear a hat if it was Jensen in comparison to the other one. And by 1%, I mean probably a 0.5%, because I think there's probably about 200 people here in the city.
Well, he couldn't make up his mind. Half the time he said you wore a hat. Half the time he said you didn't wear a hat.
Well, I have invited some people over for tea parties and such, but he is not one of the people that has gotten invites because he stinks. He's very smelly.
That is
He doesn't.
that's quite the hat trick.
That is
rude.
true. He doesn't shower or bathe much. And he drinks incessantly.
I'm just going to take a sip of my sweet tea because I dropped the 75 L's worth of gold off at the bartender for his running tab. I'll just sit there and casually drink my tea.
And he's like, yes, I do wear a hat. The hat is cool. And it protects my head.
What do you know about the fires?
What fires?
Okay.
I'm
the
actually
fires
questioning
that-
what fires.
The fire that burnt down the building?
Oh, he's talking about in the capital.
Yeah.
I believe that magic was outruled in the capital because of incidents of people that were developing magic and they didn't know how to control it. So they tried to sort of outlaw it as a baseline until you get approval from the king. Just incidents. to prevent other incidents from happening.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's more preventative than
Reactive.
reactive. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. What about you, Garrett? You're quiet.
All right. Well, I think we'll be forthright and ask. There seems to be some individuals here that don't think that you've been here for as long as you claim. At least they claim.
What are you talking about?
Have you lived here for years?
I grew up here in Enstricka.
So you didn't just show up a couple days ago? Or a week?
Who is saying this outrageous claim?
Mm, oh, we're not going to disclose that information at this time, but there are people here who claim that you've only just gotten here recently, and nobody believes them.
You're talking about Jensen, aren't you?
I didn't bring up any individuals, but why would you say him?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, you got a lot of good, Jensen.
Yeah, baby.
That's pretty good. I think he has something against me. Maybe because I've tried my best to help this town. And maybe he just feels he hasn't benefited enough from it? I'm not sure.
Seems like you don't want to try to help him.
I've extended my hand once to him, and he was too prideful to take it. So, I stopped trying.
Maybe you should try now.
So-
Maybe you can help him get clean and smell good.
Maybe I could help him smell good, but I don't think he wants to get clean, and that wouldn't be right of me to stop his intoxicity.
So I'm trying to I'm trying to work out you knew Jensen and you offered to help him. It sounds like something happened before Jensen fell on hard times and became an alcoholic. I
That
mean,
might
did
be
you know him
true.
when he was part of the guard
No.
detachment working for the king? Didn't know him then.
Not that I know of.
You grew up here.
I did grow up here, but he did not grow up here. He has only since retired here, to my understanding.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
I want to remind you, you all can use insight checks to try to derive truth validity.
Yes, I absolutely want to use an insight check on.
That's kind of
That
what
last.
I thought you were gauging at.
I'm sitting here like, what can we do to see what you know? That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm also insight checking.
Cordell, as you sort of bring up, and also Garrett would gather it,
Damn.
and Barnaby would as well. And actually Grapeshot too, because he did a really poor job at hiding it. As you sort of say, because you hit the right, I think the dice kind of fits the narrative here. You hit the right question you needed to ask of his past knowledge of this individual Jensen and his past dealings with him. As you sort of say, like, it seems like you've had a past run-in with him, you see him kind of like twitch his eye, and you see his hand for a moment spark red.
So, okay, so I'm not really with the Mattress Police Society, but I am with a group of individuals who have a high degree of concern about this evolving situation and this personality conflict that's going on between yourself and Jensen. So we would be greatly appreciative if you would take and tell us your side of the story from the very beginning.
With me and Jensen.
Yes,
Well,
with
he
you and
moved
Jensen.
here.
We will start there.
He moved here after his retirement, and I came to him to try to assist him and to help him recover from one of his injuries that he had suffered. And he refused and turned to his alcoholism. And that's where we'll leave that, because he hasn't come back since. And I don't want to pressure myself onto his sort of situation that he's in currently. And with your continuing persuasion check, or your insight checks, especially Garrett knows he is kind of not telling the whole truth of this situation.
Mm-hmm. So, if John hadn't gone to bed, we could probably have coaxed John into starting a fight.
I'm here.
Speaking of fighting, where's Daniel and Hannah?
Mother-in-law's in town. Or Hannah's mom is in town, I should say.
Okay. Okay. Because this would be a situation right up Daniel's alley.
And I think with
He
how
ran from the last fight.
with all of
Well,
the
I'm talking about the talking.
oh yeah,
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
with all of this sort of like situation speaking, he's not dumb. He starts to kind of realize this is falling out of his favor. He's like, I think it's time for you all to leave my abode. I have something I have to attend to. I apologize.
Well, I appreciate the invitation to leave, but like I was saying, we represent a group of individuals who have a healthy amount of concern about this personality conflict that you have between your with Jensen, and we really need to get to the bottom of this here.
Oh yes.
Now, and I somehow I appreciate your attempt, to be sensitive to the situation, but we really kind of need to dig a little bit deeper. And if I were a betting man, I would say that there is something that occurred even before Jensen became an alcoholic, and we would appreciate it if you would continue the story, pick that up, go back a little bit further. We need to drill down on that. I'm sure that you can appreciate, the need to get to the truth and to bring these events to light.
I know that what you're doing is just, and I'm really trying to recall here, but I don't recall any other instance where I would have run into an encounter with Jensen. So maybe it'd be best if you go to talk to him about this. Maybe he can recall it through his drunken situation, his drunken state.
Oh, I fully intend to be having a much more in-depth conversation with Jensen, but right now, I'm talking to you.
He is going.
So-
What is your perception check, by the way? Or what's your passive perception?
A passive perception
You're
is
gonna
not
see
that
him do
high.
it.
I think
You're
it's
gonna
like
see
12.
It's
13.
over 10. You see him just start to. He tries to move his hand like he's digging in his pocket, but you can see him clenching his fists and stuff like that, like he's trying to cast a spell.
Okay. So I'm engaged in conversation with him, so I may see it.
Everyone
wanna
would
get
see it
one more
because
question.
everyone would see it
I want to
because
get one more question out.
What is the question?
The question is, so And when he starts doing that, I'm going to say, why? What exactly did you do to convince people that you've been living here your whole life? Because you have not. You only moved in a couple of days ago. And I have the evidence. Prove it.
What evidence is that? As he is going to complete the spell unless anyone else does anything. Because all four of you see it.
I'm gonna pull out my shotgun and just point at his face. Answer the
Okay.
question.
Thank you, sir.
Answer the question. He's going to finish the spell.
No.
Okay.
Because he was
Counter
almost
spell
done with
with
it.
a
Counter spell. It would be at Cordell, so you still do have your shotgun pointed at his face, Barnaby. Cordell, make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. All right. Here goes nothing.
You fail barely. You are now
Yeah.
under his charm. And you are his
Oh,
ally.
wait. I am half elf. I am
Oh,
half
you
elf.
do get
That
it.
is-
You get
that is-
advantage.
that is-
Go for it.
Also, can you
forgot
take
about that.
the
Oh,
Oh, no. Son of a bitch.
take the moon of
Iron
Eon's
circlet.
circlet?
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
off of Garrett as well.
Got it. I forgot about it. It doesn't get cleared from the day effect, so I'll have to tell
No.
Daniel to do that, or I'll do it later. So you are currently charmed by this individual Manstro, Cordell. Be like, whoa. We're all friends here. We don't need to be so hostile. Isn't that right, Mr. Hippo?
You break it, break the charm, or something else gonna break.
You did see him cast the spell. Oh,
Break
okay.
it.
I'm going to remove the charm. I'm going to remove
Break
the
it.
charm.
Right now.
He swirls his hand in the air, and you see a little bit of magic emanate from his hand.
Is it broken? Is he not charmed?
You look at Cordell.
Are you
He seems
Cordell?
to
Are you-
be he seems to be fine from your perspective. And Manstra's like, everything's okay. Everything's okay.
Did you break the spell?
Indeed I did.
Can I do an insight?
Give me an insight
Just
check.
like stare at him, or like a. I was gonna say. Either way, it's a -1. I was gonna say intimidation. Can I? Yeah. Can I intimidate him?
Go for it.
Does not matter.
He's
Why
like,
is that
"You
a
rolled
history?
Yeah.
History,
You
I don't
rolled
know.
a history, which... Well, what is your modifier for the... Okay, even worse.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I dropped the spell on him. Everything's okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna do something. So I'm basically like kind of rubbing my head if I have like a headache. And I'm gonna do a thing here.
You know what? While he's doing that, I'm gonna do a thing too. I'm like, you're not the only one that does magic too. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I'll try to do my thing first.
What is it, Garrett?
I was actually gonna do psychic whispers,
Okay.
an ability.
It just kills him.
No, it's not
brain.
funny, but no, it's not. Remember, so I had to roll psionic energy dice.
The chosen number of creatures can speak to you telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're creating a psychic link essentially with someone.
Yeah, it's up to.
I mean, if you roll a dice, it's one creature, right? You're trying to target, so.
No, it says as an action, choose one or more creatures you can see, up
Yep.
to a number of creatures equal to
Your
your proficiency.
bonus
So
and
I can
roll
do
one
it.
psionic energy dice. And
Yeah.
that's the number of hours.
However, it's even cooler because if you could use this power once before a long rest, and it's a freebie. See, I'm trying to remember what was the psionic dice? Was
Probably
it a D4 or D6 at the beginning?
That's... Yeah, I have no idea, actually.
Let me check this.
And Grape Shot is Hunter's Mark.
It's
What
a
are the
D6.
components for the hunter's mark?
Components are
Verbal.
verbal.
Pure verbal.
Yeah.
So you say something out loud. He is going to
Yeah.
turn and shoot a blast of energy towards you. And we're going to roll
Yeah, before
initiative.
that, I'm like, so I'm gonna connect with a grave shot and Barnaby, and I'm like telling him because it doesn't cost any actions to talk. I'd be like, what are we doing?
It's game time.
That
15 hits grape shot
Alright.
for it'd be 2d6 damage. So grape shot, you take 5 force damage as he shoots you. And we roll initiative. Like, I don't like spells being cast in my own home that I don't know.
20.
Yeah, he rolled a 17.
Cordell, I think you need initiative.
Cordell. He's also not there currently. It's okay. Garrett, go ahead. It's your turn. You see him just cast a spell towards your ally and hit him with it.
Alright, so I'm gonna be, as I see a grape shot, do a hunter's mark, and after yelling telepathically death, I'm gonna be like, what do I do? And I feel like another sensation after doing that, and I see like this weird energy in my hand, and I'm gonna like point at it, but I think I fling it too fast, and I shoot a psychic blade at Manstro.
Nice, nice. That hits. Hey, Garrett. How would you
Yeah?
like to do this?
Oh no.
So yeah, the
1 HP.
continuation is that I'm flinging it, and I guess I fling it too fast. That it might have hit him pretty good on the forehead.
Okay. So you sling it at him. It hits him in the head.
Oh my god.
It cuts his brain in half and he falls on the ground.
And it doesn't even leave a mark. Like, it's just he's got the psychic blade. It just
He just died. He had a coma. So he's just in a coma and dies essentially immediately.
Oh my
He just
god.
it hits him in the brain. He just like "Ugh!" And he lays there on the ground dead.
Barnaby just screams out in fear.
Garrett is the most powerful person you've ever seen. He just killed a dude in one hit.
I think my cigar falls from my mouth in shock.
Garrett
like-
is OP. Garrett.
I'm going to smack Garrett on the back of the head and I'm going to say, you just killed my best friend.
like. And I'm like, I'm not even sure what happened.
Well, that was easy.
The wizard's Manstro is dead.
Or so we think.
He's currently just laying lifeless on the ground.
Should I double tap him?
You can if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him in the head.
You walk over
my
to him,
best.
just you blow, and you just see his head just splatter all over the ground.
Yeah, he's dead.
I was thinking it was illusion, but I guess that's his body.
And that's his body, and that's his body, and that's his body.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
definitely
lordy.
check investigate the body.
He no longer has a head, so he no longer has a pulse either.
don't know
Wow.
that. Check for pulse.
You check his pulse. I'm not gonna have you roll because he has no
Yeah.
pulse. He's flatlined.
He can walk it off. It's fine.
Walk it off.
Just flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
Well, that didn't go anyway like I was expecting it to.
Well, mattress tag enforcers. Solved another case.
You're welcome. Investigation failed.
Mark that as a success, guys.
So what would you guys like to do?
Oh my god, that's
Well.
our the episode title, the mattress tag enforcers.
Yep.
Seems like we have a new home.
It's the Mattress Task Force. That was
Yeah, I'm
our
gonna-
moving name.
Investigate the rest of the place.
You look and it would have ales and a couple other teas and things set in here. He doesn't look like he has any spellcasting components currently. It looks to be pretty bland. Maybe anything that he has spent currently was on the last illusion that Grapeshot has seen through. It was his most recent failed experiment. He doesn't seem like he is a grand practitioner of magic. It looks like he's trying to figure things out.
Yeah, out of character, there's no way this guy's done. Patrick, you would not make a shitty wizard just to make a shitty wizard.
Yeah.
Maybe I would.
No, you would not.
It's a Spelljammer.
His spell got jammed right up his anus.
That it did.
Yeah, there's all
jam.
kinds. Yeah, there's jam everywhere.
His spells got jammed, all right.
Slow wizard.
Or maybe he wasn't the bad guy.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Kinda killed him.
Killed the
just
NPC
kinda
commoner wizard.
Yeah, he was kind of an asshole. We were kind of assholes.
Well,
He had it coming.
I was just trying to force get him to tell us, what was that event that happened that, and it happened before Jensen became an alcoholic. That's all I was really trying to get at. And I just wasn't being successful. That's why I was disappointed Daniel wasn't here. Daniel would have figured out how to maneuver it. Oh well.
If only you had
Well,
a
if we
survivor of
didn't
that
solve it,
incident.
we certainly put an end to it.
Yeah, I guess.
The mattress tag police.
So I'm gonna just after we investigate the whole house, I'm gonna check the pendant.
Oh, for your spell walking or your spell jamming, your planeswalking pendant, your planeswalker.
Yeah,
amulet.
exactly.
It is still blue because it was blue when you came here. He said you guys can. You missed it, Lewis, but he said you guys can come back or pursue this endeavor or one of the other endeavors. But you're
Okay.
free to come back whenever, in case you guys need assistance or whatnot to help you here on the island. So it is still lit.
So put it back away where it was.
Okay.
All right. So where are we going?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I assume it's
What?
still early in the day.
Yeah, it'd probably be about 1:30 as you murdered a wizard. Oh no, it'd be early because you guys slept the day before. So it's probably about like 9.
Done with work before 9 a.m.? Holy shit.
It's a new record.
Time for some day drinking.
Guess we go back to the town and let him know the Grand Wizard is dead of his own accord.
What was the what was Garrett looking at?
Oh, this the planeswalking amulet that lets you go back to Spelljammer Hall.
Nice, gotcha. Did we check the rest of the house to see if he had anything else?
Didn't
here?
seem like
Not
he
a
had
thing.
anything of note, anything important or of value. He seemed like he was a novice at magic, and he had probably like scraps and stuff for spellcasting that you guys would already have.
I feel like there's something more.
Well, he's a wannabe wizard, so he's probably got stuff in those papers. He's probably got something that can help us out, notes-wise. But that means somebody's going to have to take the time to sit down and read.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it.
Okay.
I'll help read some of these books or whatever. Maybe
Sounds
whatever.
so down.
Looking at his spells book, essentially.
Any notes or like
Spell-
journals or whatever.
Journals.
So
Yeah.
he would have a couple of journals in here that would detail like farming and agriculture. He'd have one book that details the lineage of the kings that have lived in Dugrin, which they are all Bartrand, but Bartrand first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and it's just a lineage of Bartrands that all have their pictures inside the book. It has multiple censuses of the kingdom, of the sort of growth of each city as it's gone through time. And he has his spell book, which was on hand. And as you open it up, it has a couple of cantrips in there, such as Minor Illusion. He would have Firebolt. He had a couple other low-level spells like Silent Image. And Charm Person. He didn't have like anything massive in his repertoire. They were all very low level. He's just figuring out magic kind of thing. But he seems to be focused on, from his spellbook you would gather he's focused on enchantment and illusion.
Well, that kind of fits with him casting that charm spell on me.
But those seem to be his school's quote-unquote of magic.
But we haven't found anything in the journals that would give us a clue as to this conflict with Jensen. Because I'm thinking there's more there. And I know I've beat that horse to death so far, but I think it ties into the story in a much more significant way than what we're seeing at the moment.
From his perspective, you don't see anything that would detail his encounter with Jensen. No.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about Jensen right now.
He's
We
just
need
a
to
drunk with
investigate.
absurd knowledge somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's the town drunk. He was part of the King's elite guard. And then something happened. He got wounded. He was forced into retirement. And he's got some kind of rift that was going on with the wizard. And on top of that, the wizard that we just killed was of interest to Commander Buzzkill and the Star Ranger Brigade that we're working for.
It certainly was a person of interest. If it needed to be killed, that's one thing. I think the objective was to look into his situation. I don't know if we got his situation really.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That is all I've got at the moment.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do then?
Oh, this isn't good. We should probably clean up. Probably isn't good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys clean up the body, try to hide it the best you can, bury it in the backyard, whatnot. Is that what you're trying to do?
I see a
not
fireplace.
hide it, just like, not just leave his corpse here.
I gotcha. So you sort of take him out back, clean up the floor, put him to rest, and then go on without your way, or with your way. So what would you guys like to do?
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of fucked this up.
It's probably about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Uh,
Then again, he was being very, very defensive, and he did kind of shoot first, so to speak.
yes, he
He
did.
did. He did.
He asked you guys to leave first, actually, on the books.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We acted in self-defense.
You killed him in his own home. After he asked you to leave, he said, "Please leave," and then you murdered him.
Everyone
You know,
here
this is-
has the same story. He pulled a gun on us.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Everybody does that.
And he pulled his wand out and brandished it in front of us. It was perverted.
well, he actually did cast a spell on us. So, but I mean, this has been, I think, probably this is what, the 5th campaign we've done with you as the Dungeon Master, Pat, and so far we've killed kids, we've traversed the universe, we've killed an innocent wizard, we've got a drunk that we've enabled his alcoholism to continue. We're
all
just
good.
on a downhill slide.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all... This whole endeavor was to
We
find
haven't
you guys
even
as
made any
characters, and I'm
Lewis
finding
jokes this time.
it. And I'm finding it. You guys are innocent wizard murderers. It's okay. It's all good.
Innocent wizard murder.
And kid killers. No, just kidding. So,
Yeah.
you guys are outside of the house, which, as all of you look up, is still the wizard tower that you had seen before. And the day is still yours to continue.
So we go to talk to this, or investigate more on this Jensen guy.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
There's something there. I don't know what, though.
Maybe we should force him to take off his armor.
Okay?
I mean,
Or ask him.
So you guys are going to
We
go
know.
back to the bar and barrel?
Yeah.
Does anyone know heat metal?
The druid and bard spell, yeah, druid and bard spell. I don't think
I like it.
anyone currently has access
Nope.
to that.
Mike.
Not even me. Well, I think I do, but I can't take it.
Not till 5th level, probably, because
Right.
of half-caster. But, so you guys make your way back to the bar and barrel. It is early in the morning, and you see Jensen currently on a number of ales that he has sitting on his barrel outside of the bar and barrel in the alley still. And you see him lift up his faceplate, drink his beer, and then put his faceplate back down. He turns and over and looks towards you guys. Oh, hey, welcome back, guys.
Hey, man.
Did you take that? Did you take that bath that I told you?
Well, you told me to take a bath?
Yeah, you reek.
You hear sniffing coming from inside the armor. Ah, it's fine.
No, it's not. I think we need to take you inside the tavern and or we're on the back. We need to. I think we need to take you to get you bathed here.
No. We just started drinking. It's okay.
You've been drinking for the past like what, a couple weeks straight.
No, it's okay. I swear it's okay.
I don't think it is okay.
Don't touch
I'm worried
me.
about you, bud. Take it from me, a talking monkey.
Are you real?
Yes.
He's a smoking, talking monkey.
He reaches out to try to touch you. He's like, "Are you real?"
Yeah, and this real monkey's telling you to take a bath, so let's go. Let's take off this armor.
No. He's trying to like fight you off as you like grab him and are trying to like tend him to the back. I don't want to.
No. I'm gonna hold on to him. Why not?
You don't want to see what's under.
You think I care what you look like?
Shut, are we doing this?
I do.
And we got a monkey here and a hippo. It's fine.
I do care. I don't want to see it.
You're not gonna look at yourself.
No. I'm trying to remember.
Remember what?
What happened? I can't remember.
Well,
And the
tell
more that I
us.
drink, the closer I feel like I get to it.
Oh, keep the drinks coming then.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear right there, hippo guy. That's the stuff. Keep the
You know what?
drink.
You know,
I'll drink
the-
with you.
the drinks hit and are a lot more potent when you're clean and you're bathed.
When you're naked.
Give me a persuasion check. And when it's hot, technically.
Persuasion. Good at these.
What's his punch card at, barkeep?
You walk inside to the bar and ask him. He still has like 70 beers. He's only had 5 this morning.
Okay, give him 5 more. I'm up.
He cranks all 6 taps. Here you go.
Finish that. Also, give me some food. I'm hungry.
You need some food? Do you like steak and potatoes?
What kind of steak? Is it hippo?
Is there multiple kinds of steaks? I thought it only comes from cows.
Whatever. Just give it to me.
Perfect. I'll have that right up. He sort of like leaves the taps running, and then you see one of the beers overflow, and it kind of runs into another beer, like he has that down to a science. And then he runs to the back real quick, and he already has some searing up in the back. Some potatoes. He runs back out as it fills up the 3rd cup, and he's like, "Okay, here you go." He has 18 beers lined up already. He just starts passing out to some of the people that live here.
All right, Jensen. Finish these beers.
Oh, you're the guy. That's awesome.
Grape shot. Let's not like tear his armor off right now.
Tear my hood. What? He's like, oh well. He goes back to
I'm
drinking.
like, Garrett. No. I'm like, let's drink. I'll even drink with you.
You have the 6 beer with him.
Yeah.
He just starts chugging them. Chugging.
And I throw a gold piece, on the counter.
He looks at you. He's like, that for me?
Yeah, I'm covering you for a drink, so drink as much as you like.
That's like 15 beers. Awesome. He just like continues chugging it. He just keeps on going and going and going. It probably takes him about a half hour, but he gets 5 down. And he's just like, is it hot in here or is it just me?
And of course it'd be hot. You got that suit of armor.
Yeah. Suit of armor protects me.
But it also makes you too hot inside and burn up.
It protects me from the heat too, though.
No.
But you said you're hot with it.
Yeah. That's a weird predicament.
Oh. Yes, you know what the cure is then.
More booze?
Exactly.
He opens up opens up the flap of the armor. He takes a swig. Closes it. Who are you guys?
Remember. Try to remember. I'm gonna grab him. I'm just like, try to remember. What happened?
Remember what?
What happened at the kingdom?
What happened in what kingdom? In the kingdom? Wow. I remember at what kingdom?
And what happened in the capital of Dugrin? What happened? Remember.
The king told us to investigate the fires in the forest to the southwest of Enstricka. And I remember I was there. And then I woke up a couple weeks later in the capital. And I was covered in burn marks. I don't remember what happened. I remember there was something there in the forest. I think it's about an hour to the southwest of Enstricka.
I'm gonna kind of sigh deeply, and then I'm gonna smack him.
Oh. It's like
Get your shit together, soldier.
it's like my memories are gone. I can't remember. What's there? What did this?
All right, I'll let go and say, all right, I think we need to rest up and then head to the forest.
You know what this steak tastes like?
What?
Monkey.
And you would know.
Hey, man's gotta eat.
Monkey see, monkey do.
You shut up. I'm gonna point at Jensen.
All right, let's go.
He's gonna take a deep breath and then take off his helmet, set it down, and you see his whole face, apart from his eyes, is just burn scars. Like he was in the most intense fire ever. And the only thing was his eyes being protected. He has no hair. His scalp is burned. We get more ale.
I know this dude is like loaded because I dropped 5 gold worth of ale on him, and then Lewis added another
Go
15
He has 90,
pints of ale to it.
90 beers waited for him.
He is going to be loaded for a while.
I'm gonna get another beer.
All right. Well, let's turn in for the night and head out to the forest.
Which it is currently like 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
let's just
okay,
head to
so-
the forest.
I've got one more question for you.
Yeah.
There, Jensen, before we do other stuff. Why did you and Wizard and Manstro not get along? What happened?
I don't remember. I can't think of why. I feel like I've seen him once, and I haven't seen him again.
Okay. I appreciate it. That's very helpful, actually.
Yeah. Where's my ale?
Enjoy your beer.
He kind of like stumbles up for a second and he runs inside. He's probably pushing 10 beers deep at this point, and he's only been awake for probably 3 to 4 hours. He runs inside, comes out with another one.
How does he not have alcohol poisoning?
He is alcohol poisoning.
He's a veteran. His body laughs at alcohol poisoning.
He's like, salvation. He takes a swig.
All right, let's head to the forest.
Yep, I think that's a good idea.
So to the southwest of Enstricka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's where the forest lies.
Okay. So I want you guys to go ahead and make a survival check for me.
As a group?
Anyone that would like to be looking for tracks or a direction to go.
Leave this to the ranger.
The ranger.
I got this, you guys.
The ranger.
It's back this way.
Survival check.
Yeah, if you would like to be looking. And Grape Shot, that was the DC you needed. As you are on the edge of town, you sort of notice what looks to be faint tracks of human feet walking towards the town of Enstricka, coming from the forest. And with your ranger nature, you notice these tracks are probably about a week old. At most, a week old. Look to be human
Okay.
feet.
Human feet. Like boots or like creature? Like barefoot?
Softer shoes. Not necessarily boots. Softer shoes.
Okay. Is there one set or are there multiple sets?
It's one set of feet.
Interesting. I bet you it was that bitch ass wizard.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that that wizard was so easy to kill because he was using a simulacrum. Something to that effect.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I'll, as I spot them, I'll just kind of point to the foot tracks, and I'll stop and I'll study them and say, "All right, it's just one. Been here for about a week." And I'll kind of follow where they go, and I'll point in the direction that they go, and be like, "All right, we'll continue this way."
Okay. So you guys are going to follow the tracks till the end point.
Sure.
So it takes about an hour. You follow the tracks. They remain pretty heavy, apart from a couple areas that get covered up with leaves. It's quiet on your journey through this area, almost like it's been weeded out of animals and sort of creatures that might be hostile. Or creatures that are hostile try to avoid this area, whatever it might be. But you guys follow the tracks for about an hour before you come across what looks to be an abandoned cabin in the woods. Disregard the lights in the picture. The cabin stands quiet and still. The lights are currently off and the door is wide open. And the tracks lead directly inside. Originating from inside because they were moving away from it.
I'm gonna stop kind of on the forest edge as we see this cabin. Tell the group to stop. So there's no lights. It doesn't look like, doesn't appear that there's anybody in there. I'm gonna find a twig.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell the group to kind of stay back and hide out of view.
Okay.
And I'm going to study the house and break the twig and see if we see any like movement.
You'd probably break the twig and you'd probably see a couple birds just fly off in the distance, but the house stands quiet and still. And this cabin is fairly small. You're looking at probably 20 to 30 feet in width and maybe about 10 to 15 in length. Like it's a weirdly small rectangular shape. It looks fairly old for a log cabin.
I'll kind of silently motion for the group to follow, and I guess we can approach the cabin.
Okay. Guys approach the cabin. It stands quiet. Peeking on the inside, the cabin is a small rectangular shape with an attached bathroom to the back left corner. A bed stands in the front left corner. A reading corner with a furnace that tunnels up through the roof is in the front right corner. And lastly, in the back right corner stands a lone desk with a small bookshelf next to it. Currently, there are 2 books side by side on the bookshelf. And that would be what you could gather peeking through the doors. It's pretty easily enough to see in through the windows. No one is inside currently from what you can see.
Okay.
Looks like it stands empty.
I'm gonna kind of look in the door frame to see if there are any traps, any wires or triggers of any kind.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm good at these.
It doesn't look like it's trapped or anything. It just looks quiet. No wires or anything pointing out to you.
Okay, I'll step in.
Okay. As you step in, it is a cold, quiet cabin. You can smell the old, molding wood as it sort of sits from the moisture that's soaked into this wood that's been here for a long time. Looking through, you see exactly as I described to you before, with the bathroom, the bed, the reading corner with the furnace, and the desk with the 2 books next to it.
I'll take a look at the books and pick them up and see what's on the cover and see what they are.
As you pick the one book up, you would see the lineage of Dugrin outlining the past kings. It is a picture book that houses all of the previous kings of Dugrin, all of them named Bartrand, and it has a picture next to each of the kings. But as you pick that book up, a hidden pamphlet falls and lays next to where that book was currently seated. a small pamphlet the size of a sheet book that is titled The Basics to Enchantment and Illusions, a self-written journal by Mastro. It was kind of sandwiched in between the two books.
I'll look at the journal or the writings, and I'll kind of quickly read through it.
There is a couple things of note. It details smaller enchantments and spells such as Minor Illusion, Charm Person. It has a picture of Silent Image with a drawing of a larger wizard tower. It has suggestion in there. And the last page is just a note that says memory manipulation with a question mark next to it. As the rest of you are currently on the outside of the cabin and getting a little bit of a closer look, the cabin is noticeably singed and blackened on the back side of it. That's where we're going to go ahead and take a bio break right now. You guys can kind of think about that.
That was the area of the house is singed, you said?
Yeah, the back side of the house, the back side of the log
Backside.
cabin. Take a quick bio break here.
Yep, be right back.
Yeah, I've been pinching it off. You guys are figuring it out though.
Not really. I think we have some of the pieces, but not the full puzzle.
I'm surprisingly giving you more pieces than you might think. You'll know as soon as you find the mattress. And afterwards I'll give you all the clues that I gave you and you'll be like, yeah.
Maybe it's really ugly.
I'm actually gonna drop the note of the spells. The hidden
No,
book
I'm
that you all
thinking.
found.
I'm thinking Jensen knows what actually happened.
Mm.
He knows who the real bad guy in that story is, and he knows what the real role Anstro played was. Because we're dealing with memory manipulation.
Hmm.
And he's the only person that we know of that was severely burned.
You can roll an Arcana check if you would like, Cordell.
Okay.
And that
Because you
and that
brought
does
up
make sense because
part I'm thinking
he's the
of.
only one that remembers or knows what's going on, quote unquote, when he's been outside the town, and everybody else in town thinks that the wizard's such a great guy,
You're
but
not really
he's
sure, Cordell.
otherwise.
Grape Shot, you can also roll for me too if you would like. You guys are kind of on the same train of thought here.
I'm not so smart though.
Both of you are not
Arcana.
too sure.
I can do that.
If you are following the train of thought that they're thinking, you can certainly try.
No, I mean I am. Corey is, but I think the manipulation is more of the not the fires, but just making sure that he's well known in town so that they're not suspicious of him or whatever he's doing now. But I don't know that. I haven't seen the notes. I haven't seen.
We'll
Need
say you guys
our-
are kind of at a point where you can kind of discuss and explore the cabin.
I'm like,
All right.
and everyone's thinking out loud. It's like, hang on, I'm thinking, what if that guy we killed was an illusion too? Like, what if that's fake?
Yep. No, I agree. That was a line of thought that I have not dropped. But yeah, I'm in violent agreement with you, Lewis, that was not the real wizard. So, okay, so then is severely burned. He was forced into retirement, but he can't remember what actually happened. So we're dealing with the actual memory modification effects at that point. So Lewis dropped the wizard we were talking to like a sack of potatoes. And then Barnaby double tapped him in the head to make sure that he was actually dead. So now we come out here. The back of the cabin is burned. We know the fires occur. We know at least some of the fires occurred here. We've got an empty cabin. We've got a mysterious pamphlet. Jensen is kind of the key. What about the bartender? Did we get any kind of vibe off the bartender about him being him being a bad guy, or because he seemed to know an awful lot. Now that I'm thinking about it,
He did make a comment that he was very knowledgeable of the history of Enstricka.
mm-hmm.
I did catch that. And then looking back on the notes of this, kind of studying this pamphlet-sized sheet book and looking through the spells, and I'll kind of make note of the silent image, a spell with a drawing of a larger wizard tower. Did we Did we just walk into a giant illusion? That's what it seemed like.
Are you thinking about the cabin or his house?
This house.
His house was a giant wizard tower.
Oh, we fell for it. Fucking A. It wasn't a minor illusion about being a blue rune to teleport you elsewhere. He was hiding the fucking staircase to go up the tower. Son of a bitch.
And we didn't go up there.
Nope, we didn't.
We didn't check the rest of the house.
No, we did not.
I'm gonna kind of close this up, and I'm gonna pack it up for Edgar to have because it's got some spells in it.
Okay. Yeah, it
Seems
has
like something
notably
he would.
4 spells in it that you would probably be able to point out. The rest are kind of like things that he might have played with and they didn't kind of come to fruition. There might have been too high level for what he was thinking or something along those lines. Like there were possibilities of magic, but they were not actual spells that exist within the scope of his mindset or his capabilities.
Oh, I see. Okay, this was not like a spell book per se.
Not necessarily. They were just kind of him figuring out how to do magic. They were
Gotcha.
his trial and errors. So you pocket that book, his hidden book.
Okay.
And the other book, in case you're interested, is Farming and Life on the Island. It just details their kind of like crops and nature and other sort of inhabitants of the land. Nothing noteworthy there.
Guess we'll check the back of the house and look at the charred and singed areas of it.
Okay. You guys can either give me a nature check or an arcana check. Both of them are intelligence based, so it's your pick though. They might result in different information. Nature. Okay.
I'll
You
do
said
an
nature
arcana
or
check.
arcana?
Yeah, but depending on what you roll can result in different information. Okay. Cordell, we're going to start with you because looking at this fire, you're more so trying to dictate the point of origin of where it would have been. And it looks like the origin of the fire was round in nature and it originated in the air based on the singe marks on the walls, the scorched earth on the ground, and nothing else is damaged beyond this radius. So you can kind of tell that it might have been unnatural. It's not a forest fire, for example. Barnaby immediately knows this is a little bit beyond his current capabilities of magic, but this seems like somebody just snapped their fingers and a ball of fire appeared in the middle of a space, and it just singed everything around. And looking deeper into some of this, you can kind of see the shadows almost burned into some of the grass that has grown larger. It's very, very challenging to tell, but you can almost see the shadows of these people, these knights that were burned here, and their shadows being present into the burn marks of the grass.
Ooh, like a fucking nuclear bomb.
Looks like a ball of fire was set off here.
And there was people that were fighting, and their after images forever burned into the earth. Some of which may have survived.
Yeah, like a
Jensen.
certain Jensen. So Jensen took on the blunt of that fireball.
And then he got his memory wiped.
Yep.
By God, we got it.
And then
But why
and now
would...
and now I'm thinking with that means the guy was also manipulated. Like maybe he wasn't really a wizard after all and just was manipulated to think he was a wizard.
Well, not to lose.
Yeah.
But so why would... Why though? I guess is my question at this point.
Well, I guess we'll never know. Because now he's dead. By his own accord.
So we think. If this wizard has the ability to cast higher level spells such as one that Barnaby pointed out, then he might be much more capable of other things.
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's intentional that he's coming off as a beginner. Maybe he's hiding the fact that he's much, much more stronger.
Mm-hmm. So what would have precipitated the use of a fireball?
Yeah, that was my question. I'm thinking the scenario could have been, looking at the evidence, the soldiers from the capital came here to confront the wizard, who maybe wanted, or maybe they had questions for him. And much like our encounter, combat ensued, and pulled a Garrett and just almost killed everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of one man.
Yep, Jensen. Or, as far as we know, he's the only survivor.
That would mean that the wizard here also manipulated the memories of the townsfolk.
Mm-hmm. All right, so another
I'm going to give you
theory
one
I
more
have.
piece of information real quick, based off of
Okay.
Cordell and Barnaby's roles. This explosion looks like it's happened within the past couple of months, which would have been in the retirement period of Jensen.
And that would also line up with the timeline of people saying, of having the disagreeing statements. Some people saying this guy's lived here, for years, and other people saying that he's only moved in recently.
What were the track marks? Would they look like animal or human? Sorry.
They are human footprints, but with softer shoes on, not boots.
Okay. And those were going into the town, or
They were leading towards Enstricka, correct?
okay.
We want to track those footprints.
Well, you
Follow
followed
them?
them here,
Or-
essentially. They were your
We
guide
followed
here.
him here. Okay. I was thinking there was another set headed back to Enstricka, that's all.
Well, yeah, this is the set you followed from Enstricka here. Kind of like reversing it.
Okay. It just feels like we've got enough to put 90% of the picture together, but we're just not. It's like the Rubik's Cube. We haven't arranged them in the right order to get everything to line up.
Well, I think we should fully check out this cabin here. So who knows, this could be an illusion too. We don't know. But and then maybe head back to the tower, fully check it out, and then we can confront Jensen. Or confront Jensen and then check out the rest of the tower.
Okay.
I'm thinking I think we confront Jensen first.
Jog his memory of what happened.
Jensen might actually be the bad guy.
Bring him over here.
I like your thinking, Cordell.
Fucking A. Okay.
I'm gonna check the rest of the house, like look for any hidden compartments in the walls and if there's a fireplace.
I like it. Give me an investigation check, please.
I do too.
I'll
Good job.
help
Go for
great
it.
shot
I
investigation.
definitely need help.
Yeah.
Boom!
Well, I'll help.
Boom!
Where's roll for a halfling?
2 1s on a 10.
You guys are great.
Actually, I mean, the roles kind of fit the nature here. You guys don't really find anything else. It's like this house has been abandoned. Yes, they did, by the way, Edgar. They are in Floris. All plants behave in an unnatural behavior. This is actually their second moon this session. I'll write them out for you while they continue.
I can't find anything. So I think we should confront Jensen.
Jensen
Let's see
paid
our
that
draft.
dude to pretend to be the wizard. I don't know how he paid him, but that's the link that we've been missing. Jensen's the bad guy. I don't know what his actual angle is, but that was a literal person that we killed. It wasn't a simulacrum. It wasn't an illusion. He dropped like a sack of potatoes. He was playing a role, and Jensen hired him to play that fucking role. Jensen's the bad guy.
And he's been giving us, this is the third time for us to confront him, and he's been giving us a runaround.
Yep. I think we need to lean on Barnaby for some interrogative expertise.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Fine. That's fine.
Maybe Jensen has a spell cast on his looks, on his appearance.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe not. Maybe we're wrong.
That might actually be a burn, but I am absolutely convinced he's the bad guy at this point.
But maybe the person that it doesn't count. Yeah, because that was a body. Unless he had like some type of like Shikigami or something. I don't know. A clone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do think it's an actual person just manipulated
Mm-hmm.
to think they were a wizard.
Hired to play a role. An out-of-work actor. Or something.
Mm. Let's confront Jensen one last time.
It's up to you guys. So you guys want to head back to town about an hour. So this would put you back to around 1 o'clock, 1:30 by the time you get back to the bar and barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you guys, he doesn't leave the bar and barrel. So you guys effectively walk back. And sure as shit, outside, sitting on his stool next to his barrel, he's drinking another pint of beer. He looks severely intoxicated. He has his helmet back on. Hey guys.
There you are, friend.
You've been looking for me?
Where's the next
I
one?
want to...
Oh, go ahead.
I want to stand back a little bit, and I want to try to get a good look at the type of footwear he's got on.
Metal boots. Pure metal knight's boots. He has the full armor on still. Whether it be for pride or for protection to cover up his burn marks, you're not sure. But he still has the full knight armor on.
Okay. I'm still convinced he's the bad guy until we get evidence to point us somewhere else.
And Barnaby, you said you're going to sit right next to him on the other side of the barrel on the other stool?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my shotgun on the table and like point it towards him.
What's that?
I don't know.
I've never seen something like that.
What's going on?
I'm drinking. What about you?
I'm drinking too.
You drinking?
I'm
Shit,
drinking.
we should all start drinking.
I don't think you ever stopped.
You might. Well, I stop when I sleep, but you should join me. It's perfect.
I think you should stop.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why?
We're looking out for you. It's not good to drink this much, you know?
Why? Oh, it's so good though.
Take it
It's
from me. It's not very funny.
it's gonna help me remember though.
I don't think it will.
It's gonna help me remember. I promise.
Okay, I'm going to reach across. I'm going to touch his hand, and I'm
Huh.
going to cast Identify.
Identify on it. Okay.
Ooh.
What is the
Touch a
effect of the spells?
creature. If you instead touch a creature throughout the cast, and you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
If any are currently affecting him. Do you learn conditions?
Just
And
spells.
I might rule that he might know a condition effectively, because you can also use it for identifying diseases. I've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it.
in this case, I will say you can use identify to determine diseases and conditions. He is currently under the poison condition, and he is under the effect of a memory manipulation spell.
Okay. Okay. Do I get a sense? Oh gosh. Okay.
Modify memory is the spell.
Yeah. Is there any way to know how long he's been under it, or like?
Not necessarily, but you'd probably, assuming with the knowledge you know, a very long time. Months.
Okay. So I would assume around the time of the fire.
Most likely.
Okay. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So. Jensen.
Yes.
We're gonna have you come with us.
Where?
We're gonna go get you more mead.
Mead?
Yeah, real good mead.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. He stands up.
Yeah. I'll like carry him. I'll carry him on my arms.
Oh, yeah. Gonna give him some
And
mead.
I'm gonna say to everyone, I think we should leave and go to the tower.
Okay.
Do you say it vocally so he can hear it?
Yeah. But I'm
What
holding
tower?
it. Okay. There's meat at the tower.
What tower?
The tower on the hill.
He he's looking around. What tower?
Your tower. Our tower.
He
Do you want the
gets
meat
like,
or not?
He's like, I want the mead, but he gets real serious. Like, what tower?
Is there more than one?
He's looking around, like he's on your back, and he's looking around. I don't see a tower.
Okay, we're gonna take it there. You can have all the meat there once we get there, and there's plenty.
He looks very confused.
Okay, I'm just gonna start running with him in my arms towards the tower.
Okay, towards the wizard tower.
Yeah.
Okay, you start running, and after a while, I think he tap you on the shoulder. Hey, excuse me, hippo.
Yes.
I don't see a tower in this direction.
We're getting there. Just close your eyes for 2 minutes, and then you'll wake up and you'll be there instantly.
All right.
Just
He
take a
kind of
nap.
closes his eyes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running.
Okay. Are the rest of you going to the tower?
Oh yeah, we're running with them.
Okay. You all get to the tower. Edgar, are you participating as well for the combat? I see Daniel has joined the game and he is in Discord.
Can.
Oh, I heard Hannah.
I heard
no,
Hannah.
me.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
Are you going to be present here?
I'm ready if you allow it.
If you would like, you are present. You can play.
I just don't know what's going on. Why we're about to attack this man.
Because
I'll
he's
give you
evil.
I'll give you a quick rundown. They talked to the Drunkard. The Drunkard said that this wizard has lived here for a couple days, if not a week, and everyone else says that the wizard has lived here a long time. They went and talked to the wizard inside the wizard tower, and they had a fight break out with the wizard. They killed him instantly. Left, found this cabin in the woods that detailed spells of memory manipulation. It was burned, and other sort of illusion and enchantment spells. And then they came back. They just collected this NPC and are walking back towards the wizard tower. And I'm going to drop you the thing in Fantasy Grounds. So as all of you run up to the wizard tower, in Barnaby you have Jensen on your back. They're all standing here before this wizard tower. Grapeshot, Garrett, Barnaby, and Cordell, and Edgar. You do not see a wizard tower. You see a house before you.
Real quick, before we do anything else, I'm going to drop my backpack and I'm going to get my clothes out, and I am going to basically, what's his name? What the hell is it? Jensen. Get him to basically put on my clothes.
Give me a persuasion check, and the DC will be kind of low because he's really intoxicated, and you've already seen him. Oh, wow, rolls a 20, natural 20 anyway. He's like, oh, okay, and as he's kind of doffing his armor, you see he's burned all over his whole body, from his hands to his feet to his legs, his arms. Everything is just burned.
Those real burns.
From what you can see, they look to be real scars of burn marks on his body.
All right. So, yeah, I want him to look as much like me as possible.
Except he's
cloaks,
bald.
hoods over the head.
He put the hood over his head.
Hood over his head, put the hood over my head for my cloak. Want him to look as much like me as possible.
Okay.
Because Barnaby said that this was a modified memory spell, and it's either going to be concentration or it's going to be something that the wizard has to keep eyes on the target. And if he doesn't know which is the right target, it should impact his ability to maintain the spell.
I like the idea. So, you guys are outside of the wizard tower. And Edgar is present with you now.
Okay.
Just to check before we continue on. So how long has this been since we confronted the currently dead wizard?
Oh boy, because you went to... This would be the same day, but it would be approximately 4 hours later. 4 to 6 hours later.
Okay, because it depends. Because I had the thing for 5 hours, so I don't know if I still got
That fits in the time range, I'd say. Yeah, 4 to 6 hours later. Time is kind of weird because there is no accurate measurement of time here. So.
Okay, so I still got the link to Graveshot and Barnaby.
Yep, you're good.
So we still can. All right, let's.
So you guys are outside of the wizard tower.
Mm-hmm.
What's the door made out of?
It's just a wooden door.
I'm gonna slam through it.
You slam through it easily enough. And as you enter the door, you see a wizard standing there with his hat on. That was pretty rude of you to do.
What the fuck, man? What the hell's going on?
And as soon as you bust through the door and see him, your reality merges. You remember coming here the first time. And you remember leaving after burying his body in the backyard. But there's a stopgap in there. You remember fighting him, but the whole time you were actually standing still. Because I rolled the wisdom saving throw for all of you at the beginning of the session, and you all failed the memory modification.
Shit.
You failed.
and I will post the picture in Discord because I was
I did
surprised
modify memory on
personally.
you.
I was personally
Patrick.
surprised. All of you failed the spell. So
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
he
I've got
is.
shit for wisdom.
Wait, when did you do this? When does wisdom save?
The beginning of the session.
Yeah, I rolled it hidden at the beginning of the session.
He's been rolling hidden rolls all session long.
Yep. I'll drop that in Discord for you guys.
I cast modify memory on Patrick
Oh my
to make you
God.
think all this happened, but
Fail.
So you
it's
guys,
a Thursday night.
you guys remember killing the wizard in your memories, and you're like, I swear. But as soon as you see him there before you, your memory snaps back, and you were never actually here. You walked into the door, and that was it. You left after that. And that stopgap is immediately filled by the presence of seeing the wizard again. As he's like, now why'd you have to come back?
All right, you guys stop playing games with us. I'm gonna drop Jensen on the ground.
And Jensen sees him. He's like, it's you. You're the one that did this to me. He's like, yes, I did. Now leave my fucking house.
We can play this again.
As he says that, the whole illusion of the wizard tower drops. And you just see a humble house sitting here at the north side of the whole village. There was never a wizard tower. It was just a facade he put up. And he's going to start channeling fire in his hands. And that's where we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah, buddy.
It's about time.
You were waiting the whole time, Brett.
That one.
We're going to see what he rolls again, because this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a 17 again.
Nothing. Can I retcon something? Not story-wise, but ability-wise. Every long rest, I can create an elixir, and I forgot to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you had one. You'd have one with you.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
So, Cordell, kicking it off, you see him holding fire in his hands. It's time for you to have a burn as well.
Well, fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can I move myself
I'm
inside?
gonna
Since
shoot.
We can say you all are roughly inside, but this would probably
Okay.
happen within the doors.
So around here, you say?
I'd say within the first couple feet of the door.
Okay.
That does hit there, Cordell. You blast him, and he kind of gets throttled. It was a heavy hit to him on the first go. And this time, he does not die on the first hit.
Yep. Okay. And I'm third level. That was my one attack and my 6 squares of movement. I'm done.
Okay.
For now.
He is going to cast a spell, and finish casting the spell, I should say. So let me draw the circle here. It is 20 feet in radius. He is going to drop at the door there. So he's going to target everybody. Click him. Target 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he is going to drop a fireball.
Mm-hmm. Son of a bitch.
So he'll be like,
attack rolls are going to be good.
you should have just left me alone.
We're all dead.
That's a heavy roll.
great shot.
So Grave Shot hits the floor. Everyone else is injured, but still alive.
Oh, can I use my reaction to do a Hadozi dodge? Basically,
So you get evasion? Is that what that one does?
When I take damage, you use your reaction roll d6, add your proficient bonus to the number rolled. And
Yes,
then
you
I
can.
reduce it.
To reduce the damage. Yes, you can.
Plus the proficiency is 2, so
I mean, it's
d6
enough to keep you alive,
plus-
probably.
plus-
So you got 6 back, and you were dying by 5, so you have 1 hit point. You have
Oh,
26 wounds.
1 HP in a dream.
You have 1 HP in a dream, my friend.
I don't know if you want to take off the unconscious and
I got you.
okay.
Boom, boom. So yeah, you are injured, but you
Oh
are alive.
I'm
And
still in the
as he
fight.
drops that, he is going to start to move backwards 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to hide behind the wall. Because he's not the most constitutive individual. So, Edgar, you are up.
Okay. Alright, there you go. We'll cast Cure Wounds on Grape Shot.
Okay. 8 health back to Grape Shot.
Ooh. Thanks, mate.
Goodness, that will do it.
Alrighty. Grape Shot.
Oh boy.
There is a window to the left if you wanted to move in that direction and try to hit him, but it is still kind of just as far. He's playing his house to his advantage, essentially.
To break like a window per se, would that be an action?
You
Or would
could
it be
probably
like
shoot him through the window. It's not a... It's a
Okay.
very old house that he disguised as a wizard tower.
15, 20, 25, 30? I'll dash. I'll use my action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Not quite yet there, but it's something. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Garrett. Barnaby on deck.
So alright, let's see here. So is this like shrubbery here in the front, or?
Yeah, he has some trees. I'll just say it's accurate to the map, but he has some trees on the front. And shrubs, bushes, and whatnot.
Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here 5, 10, 15, 20 to 5, and so can I first like use my bonus action to hide?
Yes, you can.
And
If you want to hide with your bonus action.
yeah.
So you can do that. You think you're fairly hidden.
So I'm gonna do is can I like hold my action, and if I see him, I can fire a psychic blade.
Yes, and I'm assuming you're looking through the window.
Yeah, I'm basically looking out for him, but I'm trying to hide and conceal my presence.
Gotcha. Understood.
All right, that ends my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, Barnaby.
I have transformation elixir, by the way.
The alter self. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a polyjuice potion from Harry Potter. Was
Yeah.
the best
Great.
sense of describing
10,
that.
15, 20, 25. Damn, I can't even get to him.
Hence why he hid behind the
Okay.
wall.
Yeah. Okay. Actually. Touch. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that though. Actually, no, I'm going to scare the shit out of him. I'm going to. Actually, how far can I jump?
What's your strength score?
My strength?
Yeah.
12. Plus
So you
1.
could jump 10 feet with a
10
running long
feet.
jump.
Oh, okay, so I got 30 feet. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10. I can jump there. Okay, so I'm going to cast jump on myself.
Which triples it, right?
Yeah. So
So you
with the
can jump 30
running
feet.
jump, puts me there with running and jumping.
I love jump.
Dun, 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 dun.
Boing! Through the ceiling and out the other side. You go through the roof and come out the bottom side of the roof and land there, I'd assume.
Can I use that to like scare him somehow or like?
He's just like, fucking hippo! Ah!
I just did like one of those anime like knee slides on the ground.
Jumps. He's just,
And
you see him currently like turning magic in his hands. He's like, he sees you jump into the room. He's like, this is not what I expected. He's kind of just staring at you.
and that's all I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Cordell.
So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Could I shoot him through the wall
What weapon do you have?
using my semi-automatic pistol?
You can attempt to. He will have full cover. He'll have full cover, and we'll say it'll take some damage off the penetration, so it'll deal half damage through the wall.
Okay. I will not be doing that. He is in a good spot that I can't shoot him through the wall, and I can't quite move far enough to get an attack on him. So let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. You don't want to hold your action or anything?
Well, I will hold my attack action, but I don't have a clear line of sight for all the reasons that you just said, and I've moved 6 spaces. That's the best I can get to get any kind of line of sight on him.
So you'll hold your attack in case he comes in range, visibility range of you.
Yes, and yes.
Okay. So, I think he would, at the top of his turn here, I think he would do just that, because he's kind of afraid of the large hippo man that just jumped in front of him. He's not the most beefy individual. I think he would probably try to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's trying to run away from Hippo Man. So he would get caught up first by you, Cordell. So go ahead and make your attack at him.
Okay.
Natural misses, unfortunately.
Fuck. Okay.
And he would
Only you were a halfling.
If only you were halfling. And he would continue running, and eventually he would get into your sight, Garrett. So go ahead and release your attack. 5, 10, 15,
Do I
20,
get an
25,
advantage
30,
because I was
35,
hidden?
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. What's the range on your attack?
60.
He's 65 currently, I think.
That's disadvantage, probably.
It
isn't
is 60. No, it's 60. So you do get it. As he's
Do I get an
running away.
advantage?
So you do get an advantage.
Nice.
He is just within your range. I don't think his psychic blade attack has a disadvantage range. I think it's just a hit or miss range.
Yep. Hang on, my bad. Rolled the wrong dice.
Yeah, you did, man. What the heck? No, I'm just kidding.
Thought I grabbed the right one. Okay, now it's gonna be right.
I fixed it. It's all good.
Yeah, remove that shit off him.
It hits. You do get sneak attack damage. And you'll probably roll higher than a... You can't roll higher than a 6 anyway, so...
Oh, yeah.
But he might just explode here. Who knows? Rogues be like that. Her rolls 21 damage. That's a lot of dice. Oh, that's a lot of damage. He's looking... You shoot him as soon as you hit him with your psychic blade. As soon as he comes around the corner, he's like, ugh! And he just keeps on running. That's not a spell, otherwise he would have been able to do something about it. But he will cast Magic Missile, and he is going to send 2 missiles towards Barnaby and 1 towards Cordell. So, 1, 2, and 3. And that will be his turn. Edgar.
That's cute.
Yeah. He's a wizard, man. He has low HP and high damage output potential. If you guys are all together still.
So I don't know what's going on at this point. I don't appreciate Fireball to them.
Fireball to the...
So we're gonna end this now. And I cast Celestial.
What did you say?
Silent.
Oh, silence? Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay. Grape shot. He's coming through the
Right.
window.
5, 10, 15?
You shoot
15.
him through the window.
And I will cast bonus action Hunter's Mark on myself.
Okay.
And yeah, crossbow shoot him. Didn't realize he was up there. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see, hold on. Because he might be out of range. He's out of range.
He's in the disadvantage range. You can still shoot at him. He is a wizard. He doesn't have the highest AC. There's still a chance.
Group shot. Take the shot.
I will take the shot at a disadvantage.
Take the shot. He takes the shot. Go, Mr. President. Oh, the 2.
Damn. Sorry. But does the window...
It shatters.
Like, it shatters? Okay.
You
so
shoot through it, and you can just probably push through it easily enough at this point.
Okay, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to hop in, and that'll be it.
Okay, gotcha. You just... It kind of glances off of a magical kind of armor that he has put on himself. So, Garrett.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my, my reaction to telepathically talk to Cordell not Cordell, excuse me, Barnaby. Yeah, I got Barnaby. And I ask him, like, where's the wizard guy at right now? Exactly.
Pointing, I guess. I'll point at him.
Nice. Alright. Right. And I'm like, thank you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Fortunately, I don't think I could see him for where I'm at currently.
Unfortunately, not unless you had blind sight or tremor sense. You can bonus action dash if you would like to get to the nearest window.
Yeah, probably will be doing that.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Should be able to see him now.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. So now I'm gonna fire another second blade at the enchanter.
You peek around and fire your blade.
I don't know if this one will be at advantage or not because I
This
was
one,
hidden.
no. No, that was last round when you were hidden.
Fair enough. All right.
That is a hit. No sneak attack, unfortunately.
But ooh, a 6, nice.
That is heavy damage. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, he's definitely
looking
feeling it.
really rough. He kind of gets like floored back for a second. He's like holding his brain like, you bastard.
I'm gonna use my last bit of movement to step back
Okay.
the shrubbery and end my turn.
Okay, Barnaby. Come on, finish her off.
Okay.
He's looking real rough.
I'm gonna move right here. I'm gonna shoot him in the kneecap.
Telepathically, get him, Barnaby.
Okay. Are you trying to go for non-fatal or
Well,
by shooting him in the kneecap?
Well, if he dies, he dies, right?
Okay. So you're not calling a non...
Oh, no, not fatal, but if
Gotcha.
he stays alive, shoot him in the kneecap.
Okay. If
Put
you
him
hit
down.
him, he's dead.
Yeah.
If you hit him,
Okay.
that's what I want you to know. He's dead regardless. How would you like to do this since you're shooting him in the kneecap?
Actually, I'm just gonna attack him. The heavy damage, holy shit.
That's pretty heavy.
But he had 3 points. Okay. I'm gonna shoot him in the head again. Double tap.
So you're like, I'm gonna shoot him in the knee, and you point at his knee, and then the recoil just like, never mind, and you just blow his brains off.
And we're in cone of silence, right? Or silence?
Yeah, it is in silence. So it's just no sound. You just see it just mess everywhere. No sound, nothing. No reverberation from the shotgun. And you guys are out of combat.
God damn.
Nice job, Barnaby.
You know, the shotgun comes in handy a lot.
I like it.
Yeah, it's like guns and
Might have
D&D
to
are
get
actually
you
worth
one.
something. I want to see somebody dual wielding shotguns. That would be hilarious.
You allow me, I'll do it.
That'll be badass. Do it.
Let me fuse my shotgun and my refined greatsword so I can have Sephiroth's or Leon's gun, sword gun.
Nice. So you guys are officially out of combat, and as you all are standing here, I think it would probably be Garrett for the main point. The visage of the wizard tower is dropped, and you see a humble abode of the house that everyone is currently within. There is no tower. It was all an illusion to begin with.
Yeah, it's just a house.
All of you get your memories back of the first time you came here. You kind of just like, you remember walking in the door, and then you walked away. All the stuff that you did the first time never actually happened. Everyone else in the village, you kind of see them starting to like shake their head. They're just like, what was that? What's going on? We don't know no wizard named Mastro. They all kind of shake it off.
Well, Jensen, turns out you're right. I'm gonna light up a cigar.
He remembers. He turns and looks at you, and through his drunkenness, he's like, I remember going to his cabin in the woods. He tried doing some experiments in the capital, hence why he wasn't given permission to use magic. He went to live in the woods, and he avoided all punishment set upon him by the king. So we were sent after him, and I remember fighting until I got burned behind the cabin. I was laid up for a long time before coming here. I drank to remember, but now I just want to drink to forget. Thank you all.
Sure, I guess.
Guess what? What are you planning to do now?
I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go have a drink.
Sounds great. We should all go to get a drink.
Yeah. If you want, I know the safest way to get to the capital from here, through the woods.
Mm.
Might help you out. As he kind of like is rubbing his head. It's like, is the world spinning to you, or is it just me?
It's just you.
I'd say it's you, bud.
Nah. I think so too.
Yeah, it's definitely you. And it's definitely not the giant turtle that this island is built on. Absolutely not. Nothing like that at all.
He
I'll
kind of
just
blinks
walk
a
off.
couple times. He blinks a couple of times. He's like, I really need a drink. And he kind of like follows you over towards the bar and barrel. So, you guys get a drink at the bar and barrel?
Yep.
Yeah.
Marius
Totally
is like, oh, here you go. I mean, I think your tabs are more than well paid for. I can't see ever giving him 90 drinks. He's probably cut off for the next couple days. And for helping us out anyway, I think we all owe you a big thank you. So, I think you all look like you've been singed enough and deserve some food and drink and rest. And if you need anything else, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
I'll have your meat and potatoes prepared shortly after I finish pouring more beers. And he goes and sets up a whole bunch of cups to like kind of waterfall on themselves down into the next ones. And he sets up what looks to be 36 total beers like stacked up to overflow into each other. And he's like, I'll be right back. And he kind of runs to the back and starts cooking up potatoes and steak and eggs and things like that. And before it hits the last beer, he comes running out to you guys. He's like, here you go, here you go. And he hands you each a beer, and he gives one out to everyone in the bar. He goes to give one to Jensen. He pulls it away, and then he's like, here you go. And he gives it to him anyway. He gives you all an ale to finish your day. He's like, the rooms are still yours. I hope you guys have a great night's sleep tonight. You all deserve it and need it. Jensen turns to you. Tomorrow, I'm going to take you to the capital. And I'll introduce you to the king. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sounds like a royally good idea.
It's the least I can do. And as much as I wallow in what happened, I think this kingdom needs me more now than ever.
I think
You're
you were
gonna
right.
unretire?
I'm gonna unretire, baby. We're gonna do it. But I'm not gonna quit drinking. There's someone that I have to introduce you to before we meet the king, though. He's one of the head knights that reports to the king. His name is Jaxie.
Jaxie. Interesting.
So, we'll convene in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll meet you right down here. I'm gonna take a nap.
That sounds like a good idea.
So, Jensen is going to kind of walk over to one of the tables and just kind of sleep at the table. For the first time, not sleeping outside and not in his armor. Which he does have with him, just not wearing it currently. Is there anything that you all would like to do?
I can't think of anything I need to do. Besides level up.
So, you all get your rest for the evening. Get a deep sleep before you wake in the morning. I'm going to give you the benefits of a long rest within your tavern space. Walking downstairs, breakfast is already prepared for all of you. And you would notice Jensen, he seems mostly sober apart from the fact that he has a travel mug with him that looks to be filled with beer. And he's just like, have your breakfast and we'll get ready to hit the road. And by road I mean the forest trail. Because I know the best way.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Maybe you get you one of those decanters that I hear that have those, endless amounts of liquid in them. You can turn, say, beer, and then, you drink beer all you want. You need to get you one of those.
If you were able to get me something like that, I would be in debt for you forever and ever.
Noted. I'll keep an eye out.
He's like, oh yes, indeed. So are we ready to hit the road?
Let's.
Perfect. So with his assistance, getting to the capital takes about a half a day. And as you kind of approach, you're met with this booming city, which I'm trying to get the picture for you guys real quick. Okay. I have both of them in here. Let me just grab them. Assets. There it is. Refresh. So you come into what seemingly looks like a bustling royal city. It's a lot of cobblestone and paved roads and buildings that seem to be nicer. However, and it is on the cliffside of the island, there is instead of a castle, stands a very, very large estate that sits on the north side of the capital, which seemingly houses the royal family or whomever is in charge here. He would lead you towards this larger royal estate because you guys would be coming from the northeast, so it'd probably be closer towards there than anything. And he would immediately walk past 2 guards without issue wearing his armor, push the doors open, and gesture for you to follow in. Come, come. And he'll say, he'll gesture for you all to come in before he walks over towards a knight individual that is standing before a throne room. Because as soon as you enter the doors, it is a throne room. And there is a knight kind of standing in the middle point between him and what looks to be a king in the far back. And as he walks towards, he'll go, Jaxie, my old friend, there's someone and some people I think you should meet. He's like, Jensen, I thought you were retired. Jensen says, there's more that needs to be solved here before I truly do retire. And Jensen will gesture to all of you, and Jaxie will say, well, pleasure to meet all of you. Come in and introduce yourselves. I'm pleased to see such fine people here of different natures. You'll see this middle-aged man with a full elegant knight guard on. Like, he is dressed with the royal garb that fits the nines, and he seems muscular, like very capable, handy knight champion kind of character. Longer brunette hair. And he looks at you all. I am Jaxie. I am the right hand to the king, King Bartrand. Who are all of you that I have the pleasure of meeting?
I am Cordell Aloro.
Cordell.
That's all I'll say.
Mr. Stitches.
Mr. Stitches.
We are the magic tag enforcers.
The mattress tag.
Mattress tag.
Yep.
Task
Mattress tag
force.
enforcers.
The magic task force. Nah, the mattress
Magic.
tag.
The mattress task force.
Mattress tag enforcers.
Mhm.
He looks at all of you.
Garrett Underbow.
Garrett Underbow. Jaxie. Pleasure to meet you. Garrett, do you have the dagger currently on your person?
I believe
Visibly on your person.
probably not. I probably have it hidden.
Okay. Garrett, you do recall to the note. You never know when you will need this, Jaxie. Sincerely, Veraloxus.
Where was this note from?
That was the note that was attached to the dagger that you took from the house back in Mayberry.
Okay, so I remember that, and I'm like, hang on a sec. I think I might have something that's for you. And I pull out the note.
You hand him just the note.
And I also show him that it's found this dagger.
You went to my old estate in Mayberry. I've forgotten about this long ago. This dagger is a gift from my friend Veraloxus.
Well, glad it's right back to its rightful owner.
Yeah. You must know the properties of the dagger, don't you?
I only used it, I think, once,
Yes, you did.
so I'm unaware. I'm unaware. It definitely is not an ordinary dagger.
That's because Varalaxis made it himself. He is, as far as I'm aware, the only one able to use magic within the capital.
Mm.
The only one to garner King Bartran's trust.
And how'd he do that?
He helped us multiple times through great need and great issue. And he reminded me a lot of a younger friend that I had a long time ago.
Do you know where Loxus is right now?
He works at the library, I do believe.
Mm.
But there is something more here than you meeting my friend if you've come to the estate. You've come to gain audience with the king, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's right.
He'll turn towards this king, who's sitting on the throne. Larger human man, long graying hair, a crown on his head. He looks tired and old. He's withering to some degree, like it's towards the end of his lifespan. He'll gesture. You've kept me waiting for some time now. I'm growing tired. Who are these folk that have come into my abode? And Jaxie will go, my liege, they're adventurers and they are capable individuals that might be able to help us. I can see it with my own eye that they are capable. And the king goes, can they stop the creature? Or the creatures that I've heard about? He'll turn to you guys. Jaxie says, do you think you guys could take care of a creature that has wiped out some of our crew? Some of our guard?
We can handle anything.
You see, we don't know the capability of this creature.
Well, if we can identify who does and does not rip the tags off their mattresses, we can probably help you with your creature.
Which is highly illegal.
Only one person has lived to tell the tale of what this creature might be. He said that there was maybe multiple of them, but they were creatures with eyes attached by tendrils attached to a larger body that floated, and the body itself was just one large eye.
I can tell you what they are.
Oh, what's that?
No, don't.
These nuts.
Get those checked out
wow.
then if they have eyes attached to tendrils to them.
I knew exactly where you're going.
They definitely do.
Wow. Who's going to get us killed in the king's castle first, Lewis or Corey?
During that time, the king will speak up too. He's like, so can they take care of the creature? Or the creatures? And Jaxie's like, I think they can, sire. I think they're capable. Would you like me to show you where they lie, they rest, where they were last seen, I should say?
Your mom's mouth.
Oh no!
Very clever.
Yes, we will want to be shown where this creature or creatures have been.
Perfect. Thank you. And he's like, right this way, please. And he'll immediately storm out of the castle, or in this case, the estate, out the doors. He'll be like, I'll see you later, Jensen. And Jensen's like, I'm gonna go find the bar.
Okay, if we need you, we'll find you at the local bar.
He gives you like the OK symbol, the 3 fingers up with the pointer touching the thumb. And he's like, okay, I'll be down at the Seaside Lodge, is what he would say. I'll be down at the Seaside Lodge. It's perfect. And Jaxie would start to quickly move towards the coast and a little bit more south of your current location. It's not far off of the capital. You would find bodies of people. It wouldn't even be bodies, really. It would be suits of armor that have remnants of dust on the inside of the armor. Almost like the body that was wearing it was vaporized. You'd probably see some people that were petrified before being blown away. This was the last area that our crew went to venture and check out. And none of them came back from this expedition.
Didn't you say there was somebody who survived the creature attacks?
Not this instance, but the previous one, yes. The guy that did survive was a couple more minutes down the coast to the south.
We should probably talk to him.
He said that he saw a cave.
Okay.
So it seems like these creatures have some type of magical ability. Just judging on the remnants of the suits, the suits of armor.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one, that's troublesome, but if there are multiple, that's very troublesome.
As you all are kind of standing there, looking over some of these suits of armor, you see what looks to be a couple of these creatures immediately start flying up the cliffside and coming towards your location. They look to be like this. There's approximately 3 of these creatures, if I recall. Hold on, let me see.
Well,
I have my encounter. There is one of these creatures, actually. And there are 4 of these creatures that are flying towards you. And that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Yay.
So they're flying right towards the estate.
Towards your guys' current location in this grassy field that overlooks the cliffside.
Oh, okay.
so
He would have led you to where the bodies were previously.
So either Jaxie's working with them, or they were expecting us. Just saying,
Who
it feels
knows?
like we were set up.
Who knows? But I would say you'd probably see Jaxie draw his sword too, like he's getting ready to fight.
Or stab us in the back, fucker.
Or possibly stab you in the back. Who knows?
So wary of everything now.
He's got plenty of motivation. First, Lewis insulted him by showing him the dagger that Lewis stole, and Corey